Yes, it's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
Country Camping Corner in Kings Mountain is celebrating 40 years in business. In 2023, they were named North Carolina's #1 dealer in North Carolina. And to celebrate, they're offering big red hot deals for the summer. Come in and shop their inventory and make them an offer. That's right, make them an offer. You can save thousands of dollars, up to $10,000 or even more. Plus, financing is available. Don't wait. Someone may buy your camper. Make them an offer and save today at Country Camping Corner, 101 Oak Grove at the Highway 74 bypass intersection in Kings Mountain. Online at countrycamping.com. It's a gigantic store-wide inventory reduction sale at Kurt's Premium Outlet in Eastridge Mall in Gastonia, and we mean store-wide. Over $3 million worth of inventory has to go. And it's store-wide, including furniture, electronics, clothing, household items, cleaning supplies, recliners, bedroom, dining room, mattresses, and more. Plus toys, home decor, bars, chairs, desks, all 25% off. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 7. Sundays, noon till 6. Don't miss it. The gigantic store-wide inventory reduction sale. 25% off store-wide savings at Kurt's Premium Outlet, Eastridge Mall, North New Hope Road, Gastonia. Like them on Facebook, too.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
I got it. Good morning, everybody. Saturday morning sports talk. Kevin Hastings and Chip Carter, Terry Reinhart, and Tom Sinifani live on the internet because we don't know what we're doing on the radio this morning. We'll get that going at some point. So I'm going to let you guys give some scores. I guess I'm going to walk down the hall and figure out what's going on and why we don't have us on the radio right now and what's going on. So let me see if I can get some of these scores. Now we don't have it's the morning after, and we still don't have some of these scores, which is the most ridiculous thing ever about. But I'm going to let you guys go over some of this for the folks there who are watching at home from last night's games across the area. I'll pull these up for Chip and Tom. Now, y'all go in the left column.
Right.
Terry, you got the middle column, right?
Correct. Let me not
Tom's got the right column.
Yeah.
Well, it's mainly for Chip. Chip is the one that hogs the scoreboard.
I got confused the first week.
You know, Terry, when you get a new employee, you got to train them.
Yeah, I've not been completely trained on that.
Yeah.
Can you make it bigger?
Golly,
and Terry can't see it.
Well, I mean,
He is an umpire.
how old are you?
50.
Okay, well, I'm much older than that.
We know.
All right.
We're aware of that.
Starting on the left, I'm literally going to stay in my lane right now. Starting out, Crest defeats Shelby 27-14. Kings Mountain over Burns 41-20. Freedom defeats Forest View 26-7. Ashbrook shuts out West Meck 18-0. Providence wins big over Hunter Huss 56-27. Statesville Greyhounds shut out South Iredell 6-0. Murphy over West Henderson in a close one 36-33. Tuscola 28, McDowell 6. West Charlotte shuts out Cox Mill 41-0. Alexander Central over West Iredell 28-19. TC Robertson defeats Smoky Mountain 49-7. And we don't have a final, but the last score we had, Franklin was winning over Swain 35-7.
All right, in the middle column, it was West Lincoln 27, Fred T. Ford 21. That is 37 straight losses for Fred T. Ford. It was East Lincoln 52, Lincoln 14. A score that's still in progress. Stuart Kramer 25, East Gaston 24. It was Randleman 35, Bunker Hill 21. Surprising there. I thought Bunker Hill would have been ready for this game. East Rutherford no trouble with Newton. East Rutherford no trouble with Newton Conover 62-15. RS Central 52, Wilkes Central 20. The bottom column, High Brighton 38, West Caldwell 8, Hendersonville 40, East Henderson 6. It was Irwin 56 and Brevard 42. And the game is still in progress. West Wilkes loses to Ashe County 20-15. East Wilkes over North Wilkes 49-0. And Watauga beats Maiden 24-13.
It was Blacksburg 48, Cherryville 12, Bessemer City Downs, Avery County 42-17. Highland edges, is that Beaufort? Is that how you say it down there? Beaufort, South Carolina.
Buford.
Beaufort, South Carolina. 8-7.
Is that hard?
8-7. So Blue Ridge defeats Polk County 42-36. Thomas Jefferson blanks South Carolina Spartans 21-0. And South Lake Christian beats Mountain Island Charter 21-10. It's Lake Norman Charter 24, Christ the King 21. East Burke over Drone 12-7. Andrews, when y'all said this score last night, is a little confusing. 7-2?
Yeah.
7-2 over Hayesville. Mountain Island.
Tom, I know that. I know you was a little confused, but Andrews was down 2-1 in the fourth, and they hit a grand slam and then stole home to add some insurance runs.
So that's 7-2. I thought that had to be a mistake. Mountain Heritage Cougars 28, Robbinsville 13. Starmount blanks Forbush 45-0. And we have an X. I guess we don't know the score in the community school.
No, that one didn't. That one got changed around with all the stuff last week to a different. So, that one got moved to a different date.
So moved to a different date.
So that's two to be determined. Yeah, we don't have finals on those. The Irwin was up, and it was going. I assumed all those are. The Stuart Kramer East Gas is really the only one that we have concerns about.
I've looked around. I still don't have a confirmation for Irwin. So.
That's crazy. The top 10 right now we're looking at, and I don't have it exactly ironed out, but it looks like Kings Mountain 10, Crest 9, North 8, North Lincoln, Hendersonville 7, East Lincoln 6, Hickory 5, RS Central 4, Bandy's 3, Ashbrook 2, and Statesville has 12 points already in 3 games, and Ashbrook is second place behind him with 6. So Statesville is going to be pretty much there for a while.
Be up for a while
in the power poll. Next week's games on the schedule: Chesney at RS Central, North Gaston, Cherryville, North Lincoln, East Rutherford, Alexander Central, Burns, Charlotte Catholic and Crest, and Shelby at Olympic. We're going to switch over here for our folks listening on the radio. I want to welcome you guys to the radio. We've been doing a little high school football here in for a few minutes, getting ready for our for the shows. We got it going now. We're eating our breakfast live here from McDonald's of Cherryville. I had a egg and cheese biscuit and a strawberry banana smoothie. Chip, what are you eating on over there?
Enjoyed my old reliable sausage and egg biscuit.
Terry?
And I had sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, which was fantastic.
Tom?
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit and a fresh hash brown. Tastes like just out of the fryer.
Now I'm going to take a chance. Now, we don't have video, but I don't know if all the buttons have been pushed yet. But JP, if you can hear us, see if you can talk and hit the buttons right, and we get what you had for breakfast. Nope. We don't have you.
Swing and a miss.
We don't have you. He might be talking on the radio. We're not hearing him.
He's still talking.
He's still
Swing and a
talking.
miss.
He is still talking.
That's it. So he don't
So I
hear
don't
us.
even know. He heard us, but he didn't hear it. Yeah, how did he
Swing
hear
and
the
a miss.
question?
Down goes JP.
I guess that didn't work out like we thought it would. All right, this past weekend, Darlington in NASCAR set the stage for the championship. Terry,
What?
I didn't even.
Well, everybody else hollering at each other. I figure I'd answer that like it.
So close, so close. Tell us about Kyle Busch's drive, because I was in the stand, so I didn't know exactly how he got up to the front, right on in the 2 spot, and how everything happened, and where we were.
Yeah.
I've got so many interesting things about this race to comment on, but go ahead, Terry.
Well, he come in and took tires when a lot of people did not, and that put him back because he could come back through the field. And that's like they always said at Darlington, you got 4 or 5 laps. You got to get everything done quick, because if not, in that length of time, then your tires are gone, and your tires are just like the guy who's out there that never did come in.
That surface just shreds those tires.
It does. But I love
Oh,
that
I do.
part.
It adds such an interesting
it
dynamic
does.
to the race.
But he come up through there, and he wasn't quite able to catch Chris Bouchard. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call him.
Chase Briscoe.
I don't care who he is. But anyway, today could have been anybody else.
Busher.
I don't care. Could call him anybody. I could call him Jeff Gordon for all I wanted to know.
I know.
But anyway, I think still the thing that gets me was last week, and I'm going to go back to Daytona. I still think that in that race, and he did not wreck him because he knew what NASCAR had come up with the week before against Austin Dillon, and I think he could have won that race. I mean, you're trying to make the chase. So NASCAR has to make a plan of their own. If you're racing to be in the chase, then you might have to take somebody out. I mean, it's the bottom line. I mean, that's why you're out there. But we're saying
No,
race.
that's not why you're out there.
Tom, you are asking me that I cannot make it. I cannot make it unless I take somebody out. That's what Austin Dillon did, and they took it from him. Well, even though the guys he wrecked have been in races, they've took people out. So, I mean, we have to make a choice here. Either you're Austin Dillon and you're not part of the big group up here of Denny Hamlin and all these other guys, or you go for the win, and that's what Austin Dillon did. Kyle Busch could have done that at Daytona. He could have took Burton out, but he raced him fair, and and he lost. He finished second. So if you're going to be Mr. Nice Guy, heck with all that. Go back to Dale Earnhardt when Dale Earnhardt says, you know what? Get out of my way because I'm coming through. And that's how you got to race, because I'm supposed to be in the chase. And that's what I'm racing for.
So be dirty.
I could care less. You're asking me to make a 16-man chase, and you're asking me to be nice about it.
I'm not saying be nice. I'm saying race the way you're supposed to. I mean, I'm not the biggest NASCAR guy, but it seems like you're advocating, well, if you're late for work, just hit the guy in the back, get him out of your way so you get to work on time.
Well, not
that's-
necessarily.
You don't do that.
That's a whole different thing there. You're talking about racing, because there's
it's
a
kinda
big
funny.
difference
It's kinda
in
funny.
your top 16 and then your bottom.
It's like that in any sport. If I'm out of talent, then I break the rules to equalize the fact that I don't have as much talent as you. It's like I see it on the soccer field all the time. Like if I'm not as talented as you, I'll start running you over. That's what you see. I mean, you see the same thing in NASCAR. I'm not as talented as you, so I'll just wreck you and get you out of the way, and therefore I win the race. That's not what it's supposed to be.
Do you not? Do you?
It's
you
probably
not
the same
think
thing, though. I would say small comparative in football, like Tom, like
it is in football
these
too?
teams that pass the ball, like if you're playing a team that scores 50 points a game, and like so Burns, you guys might try to run the clock out and make it a time game.
Yep.
I'm kind of saying that, but you still wrecking is ruining the other guy's game. It's a little bit different, but that's kind of the strategy.
It's like saying I'm gonna step
kind
on
of what Terry's trying to say. But
I'm not.
No, you got it. You got exactly what I'm doing.
I don't have as much talent, so when the quarterback's knocked down, I'm gonna step on his forearm.
Right.
That's
what
you're
supposed
saying.
to do. Yeah.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
The problem
Terry.
I'm gonna tell you if
I'm gonna say this in
Football-wise,
football. If
I'm
the
gonna
quarterback
smash
is
you
running
in your
up
face.
I'm telling everybody that quarterback's running up that sideline, hitting his little tippy toes.
Yeah.
and he steps out of bounds because he don't want to get hit. Smoke him.
That's different.
Take those 15 yards
different.
in that
Oh,
first.
no,
in that
not
playoff.
out of bounds. No, I mean,
Yes.
30.
No, that's why running quarterbacks have never won a Super Bowl, because in the playoffs when they do it, first time they do it, they get smoked.
Yep.
They take that 15-yard penalty and say, "Do it again, bro. I dare you to do it one more time." And then it stops. It stops.
So you're advocating dirty play.
Yes.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Well, at least we have an
advocating.
agreement on it. At least we have an agreement on these guys actually coach youth sports too. Let's go. Let's do some dirty things. Go in there. He comes in there for a layup. Forearm to the bridge of the nose, boys. He's not coming in there again.
I've had it happen to me playing in the Gastonia YMCA. I was down there, and I'm going in for a layup, and a guy undercuts me, blows my MCL and ACL out. As soon as I hit the ground, I knew it.
Terry.
Because I couldn't move.
Explain to Tom, if my youth team is all 3 foot tall, and this random 12-year-old is 6 foot tall, we're hack-a-shacking him. I've done told him. Make him shoot 2 free throws and
I'm
not
not
a
giving
layup.
him a layup.
Right.
Fouling is
Hold him.
different from dirty play.
Well, I'm not giving him a
Fouling is
layup.
different
A
from
foul's
dirty
different than a
play.
flagrant foul, right?
Is telling them to hold their jerseys dirty? Like when he don't have the ball, grab his jersey?
I mean, that's within reason. I mean, you're going to foul him. That's fine.
And you're not trying to hurt him.
You're talking about he's 3
Terry-
yards out
Terry's
of
trying
bounds.
to-
Smoke him and nail the cheerleader.
I'm
mean, it's
talking
like,
about
you guys,
Kyle
great
Busch.
idea.
You guys, man.
I'm talking about Kyle
Now,
Busch
Terry is talking
being
about ruins
behind
or hurting
somebody.
basically.
Well, I'm
He's
not
basically
hurting
the quarterback.
nobody.
You don't know
I'm
that.
just sending a
When I
signal to the
make that
quarterback.
move, I'm just going to nip the little back portion of his left or right car.
As I've said,
that's all I'm going to do.
As I've said, you're out of talent. You don't have the talent, so you resort to other ways.
The problem I have
are
with all
outside
this
the rules.
isn't necessarily the driver. It's NASCAR and its inconsistency
Yes.
in enforcing the rules.
There you go.
Earnhardt, and this went. I thought about this even when we talked about this a few weeks ago with Earnhardt. Earnhardt, it was celebrated. He was the sheriff on the track, and I know that everybody on the racetrack respected him, or at least there was a healthy amount of fear of him.
There it is, right?
Yeah, I mean
Right there it is.
But same, and you go back to the race at Charlotte where he or no, it's at Bristol.
There it is. Right
Where he gets behind
Vintage.
Labonte and spins out Labonte. I think it was the same season or within the same season. You go to Watkins Glen. Ricky Rudd gets to the corner of Davey Allison on the last lap at Watkins Glen. Rudd is docked the win. He doesn't get the win. They say he gets black flag for spinning Davey Allison out. So it was even inconsistent back then. It's who they wanted to win the races. They are trying to name the heroes versus the villains. And I have an issue with the inconsistency of that. And part of it, the argument could be made, it's dependent on how you're spinning them out. Earnhardt was very good at just taking the wind off of the back of your spoiler. He didn't get to the side of you. A lot of times he would just get your back bumper, take the wind off, and you lose it. Ricky Rudd, the spin out he had at Davey Allison, he literally got inside of Allison and basically turned his back corner. It wasn't just taking the wind off. So they at that point they would make the argument he was a little more aggressive in his moves. So, but at that point I think you're splitting hairs.
Yeah, and I will say this: that last week, Kyle he did not have the best car out there. I mean, he had an opportunity there at the end with what they did by giving him new tires and him to run up through there and be able to get up behind him. But I don't think he had the best car. Now, the week before he did have, I think Harrison Burton got lucky and took one from him there that he could have easily won. But when think of Richard Childress Racing right now. You took one away from Austin Dillon, then you really made Kyle Busch where I got to race fair or they'll take this away from me. So he has nobody in this thing. I mean, is that not what they're racing for? To be in the 16-man chase? That means sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And when we think about stuff like this, I'm going to go back to when Harrison, the linebacker for Pittsburgh, the way he put it, he says, look, he said, I took a guy out And he says, I didn't really daggum mess him up. I sent him to the hospital. But the problem was when I
just
took
think
it.
about
No,
what you
wait a
just
minute.
said. Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Now, listen to me.
Think about what you just
wait
said.
Wait a minute. This is what happens. He said afterwards, he said, if I'd known that the NFL was going to charge me $75,000, I would have done a lot more damage, for what I did.
Yeah, I'd have sent him to the morgue. I mean, Terry, think about what you just said. Okay, Harrison, not Harrelson. Harrison.
Harrison.
When,
That's what I said.
okay.
I'm with you,
when
Tom.
you're gonna send somebody to the hospital, you're out of talent.
But not mess
that's
it.
That's my. You're out of talent. You're out talented. You're out coached. You're out
I wouldn't
played.
want that
now
guy
I'm gonna
right
send
there to
somebody
hit
to the
me.
hospital because we're not as good.
But I didn't mess him up. But I didn't mess him up.
People do it. I'm just not going to advocate it. I'm not putting my stamp of approval on it. I know coaches teach it, and whatever coaches can teach whatever they want to teach. The simple fact remains that's what people do when they're out of talent. I can't remember which driver said it in a NASCAR race. I was watching the Daytona 500 a couple years ago, and that's exactly what he said. Some idiot at the front ran out of talent and wrecked everybody. I mean, and that's what I can't remember which driver it was. I wish I could find a clip.
That's an old insult.
So, what's that?
That's an old insult. It's been said.
I mean, it's like
you're
you're out of talent, and you wreck the field. So I mean, it's just dumb. It's just dumb to advocate and act like that's a good idea.
So Darlington, Terry, Kyle Larson led every friggin' lap of the race, pretty much.
Yeah.
From my standpoint, as you can see where I'm sitting, fantastic as far as his talent as being able to keep. I want to see what you thought. I guess they had to talk about on TV how close he was to the wall all night.
Oh, he was.
He was extremely, extremely close to the wall all night. And we could just tell coming out of turn 4 because, for the folks watching at home, you can see where it juts out there. And that's the moment you see the stripe and everything, where the dangerous part there. And he was hugging that wall all the way around and everything. He had it down. And if he had any room, it's almost like watching, them run the simulator where the best line, and and he's running it, and it's hard to catch that. In traffic, obviously, he was having trouble a little bit. But so, how did he end up? Was it the pit stuff that he ended up back in third and fourth, and you guys jumped ahead of him with the pits? Is that how?
No, he stayed out. He stayed out with his tires at the end.
Okay.
And Kyle Busch and them on farther back, like fifth and back or further, come on in and they got tires. But if you know at Darlington, if you have clean air in front of you, your car's going to work a whole lot better because if somebody gets behind you, it's kind of hard to pass. But they also know, like I was telling Chip, when that first 4 or 5 laps, you can go to the bottom of this racetrack and come off of it just as good as if you're at the top. But after 4 or 5 laps, you got to get up here because you're worrying about your tires coming out from under you.
Yeah, the first few laps when they're all bunched together was
and they even said
exciting.
that on the television.
Once they spread out, it's just like I think they should shorten the race. 500 laps at that little place is too much. It's
I love
circle. Well, when you're there, Terry, think about 115 laps of them in single file line.
I paid this money for it, too.
Well, I know that, but I'd rather it be 80 laps in single file instead of 115.
Shoot, no, I paid my money. I want my time.
And at Thomas, the Cookout 400, and they have no cookout.
And he ain't going unless somebody gave him tickets. So
well, he still
what's he even
go.
talking about paying his money? He ain't going unless somebody gave him tickets.
Let's get some of the sound. Let's get some of the sound from them coming around, ready to. You
ain't going to Darlington unless somebody gave you tickets.
I've been by that place millions of times.
About buying on the way to Myrtle Beach. You say, hey,
well, I was on my way to Myrtle, so I had to make a choice. Don't stop here or go there.
On your way to the Motel 6, you said, hey, there's Darlington right there.
So silly.
They leave the light on for you.
Oh my gosh!
So
thanks, Tom Bodette.
I tell you, I had one of my rather regrettable experiences as a young man at Darlington. So that's all I'll say. It is a long race.
So
probably too long. Yeah.
Chase Briscoe wins, and he gets into the playoffs. They start tomorrow in Atlanta, the Quaker State 400. Available.
I do give him a lot of credit, though.
Who, Chase Briscoe?
Yeah, because, of a crew that's getting ready to go down.
Mm-hmm.
350-some, 53 people, I think is what they said.
Bubba Wallace had a pretty good car for most of the night. Took me forever to find the 43 car because he was in the Dollar General green and white, and it was kind of hard to see on the track. You couldn't really see it. So whoever designed that light green and white, I'm not sure that's a good one.
Can I ask a random auditor question here? So
Oh gosh,
there's more than 16 races prior to the playoffs, correct?
yeah, there's 26.
Yeah. So mathematically, you could have 26 different winners prior to the playoffs.
You could.
True.
You could.
So at that point, it just goes by points. So you could technically, you could potentially win a race and still not make the playoffs.
Exactly.
Okay. Huh.
So here's the a couple of things, interesting points from the race that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to give y'all a choice. All right, the fan next to me, or the trip to the restroom.
Oh man, can we have both?
Which one? No, you're getting both. Which one do you want to go with first?
Let's go to the trip to the restroom first.
All right. So Dodge has remodeled a lot of it, so it's really not a lot of it's nicer. Some of it want to give him tons of props for remodeling everything. So you go in the men's room, they got urinals, and these are like really up to date. Like it's like futuristic at Darlington, believe it or not.
Huh.
So give them the credit for that. But I start, I'm going in looking for a urinal. You're just looking for a space, and I roll up and start peeing, and I look up, and on the wall, right eye level, a little bit higher than me, guys, is this. For the folks on the radio, someone has signed the urinal that I am using the bathroom in.
I'm not buying that. That's him. I'm not buying it.
And I'm telling you, Chip, if you'll do a quick signature comparison,
I'm pulling up Google right now.
I haven't compared it yet, but I've seen his autograph plenty of times, and that's pretty close, I think. And whoever did it either knows that autograph or that's him. But it looks like Richard Petty.
Oh no!
Signed-
Look at it!
Signed my urinal.
Look at that! Turn it
I told
sideways.
you.
Turn it. Oh my gosh! I stand corrected.
You think so? You think that's it?
I'm
I'm going to look up a Richard Petty autograph so you guys can see.
I'm
Are we
convinced.
really doing this?
I told you.
We're
had the
doing
choice.
this. Aren't we?
I don't know, Tom. I'm just sitting over here.
Terry's
just kinda-
fascinated. What
I'm
do you mean?
convinced that
You know that part of class where you just kind of sit there for a little bit?
I'm like, where
That's
we
kind of where
going?
we are right now.
Look, there's Richard's autograph.
turn that sideways.
It ain't got 43 on it.
Well,
Ah,
And then here's what I saw.
it's got 43 on
Okay,
it.
so you pissed in the same place as Richard Petty.
Correct.
If
okay.
that's it.
Tom, are you jealous that I pissed greatness?
I mean, my deal is this. My deal is this. If Richard Petty had signed that, how come none of these have 43 on it? That one did. Did he
because
ha-
probably somebody in the restroom might not be able to read his handwriting and know it was him, so he put the number there as an identifier.
That's not true, Chip.
I don't know,
mean,
but
just-
it's very close.
Anybody know Richard Petty knows he drove 43.
But look at the R. Yeah, look at the R and the P. And then here's the one. Here's it is in the. It is extremely hard to repeat that. Is it not?
It's compelling.
If you're in the bank, Chip, are you taking that signature?
If I'm comparing that to the signature card, I'm that's pretty good.
So I thought that was funny, Terry. There was no others one signed. I looked around. When
Why
I walked
didn't you
out.
scan it?
I mean, you can still scan. That's the.
You can
somebody took his hat.
Google. You can Google.
That's a
image
hard hat
searching.
sticker. That's a hard hat sticker, Terry.
Well,
Somebody took
that
off a
might
hard
be
hat.
his hat.
That's Richard Petty's hat.
Yeah, could be.
It's an adult number hat. OSFM.
So Richard Petty went to Darlington and used the public restroom.
And Kevin used the same
what
one.
they may have
You're
done.
telling me the king
what they may
the
have
king.
done, Terry.
He probably was there before
used
anybody
a
else.
public restroom and then signed it?
That's better than the porta
The king
potties.
did that.
He was
And it
in
may
there
be-
before. He was in there and used it before anybody else did after the renovations. That's what happened.
He may have just signed
That
the
might
sheet
be
metal.
possible.
No, that's the
That's
most
what I-
plausible explanation.
That's
What?
possible.
He might have been in there after the renovations were done before anybody else.
Right,
before
for
any
the
fans.
Because if I'm the
presentation.
king, I ain't going in no public restroom and no
I
Darlington.
guarantee you,
It's better than the porta potties.
You'd never get out of there, Terry.
No,
You'd
yeah,
never
oh,
get
you
out
mean
of there.
yeah, not during the race, no. But they invited him down. Hey, King, we did some renovations. While you're in the area, come by and come check in, say hey with us, whatever.
Now, the
And-
other one I went to had a trough and nobody signed it. Terry, nobody,
Okay.
nobody had signed the trough. All right, now, story 2. The fan next to me.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord. It was Richard Petty.
No,
Oh,
I was taking a piss and the ghost of Dale Earnhardt was there.
So real quick, this dude next to me, that's all I can explain.
Keep going.
Blonde, long blonde hair. He's probably in his 60s. He's in decent shape, and he's very outgoing, talkative. Well, we're at a race. We can't hear each other. But Terry, and stop talking. So I'm sitting here doing this, trying to figure out what in the world is this dude saying to me this whole time, and he's pointing. He's into everything. Well, he's just nuts. I think he's just hammered, drunk, crazy.
Rock and Roll Express.
Honestly, he kind of looked like that. He did. So anyway, he goes about 100 laps in, he's like, there's seats empty next to him. He said, yeah, my wife will be here at 8:00. And I'm just waiting on her to get here. I was okay, cool, whatever. And so about 8:00, he was all right, I'm going to go get my wife. So he goes downstairs and he comes back up. She sits next to me and he introduced her to it and everything. And it was during a little break and during the second session or whatever. And then he starts, they start playing music or whatever. So Terry, he starts dancing. And Chip, I swear, I kid you not, he starts twerking. This 60-year-old man starts shaking his booty, Tom, in front of all these people.
There you go, Tom.
That's
right next to us. And he didn't act like this till his wife got here. And she looks at me and goes, he hasn't been a problem, has he? And I said, not until right about now. And she goes, don't mind him. He used to be a Chippendales dancer, and he likes to shake his booty when he hears certain songs.
Oh.
So I was sitting next to a 60-year-old former Chippendales dancer.
God.
And he did not sign the trough or the urinal.
I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth. I think I like the urinal story better.
I can't with these people.
Yeah, you never know what the next person beside you has done in their life.
Right, and that's the wife telling me that, not him. I'm sorry. I hope he hasn't caused you any problems.
I was a Chippendales dancer at one time.
Stop.
When you put on that suit, remember when you used to put on that
I
suit
was
that
like,
you put-
remember the old skit from Saturday Night Live with Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
Chris Farley. Yeah.
I was Chris Farley.
All right, well, this weekend, let's do the race in Atlanta. Quaker State 400 on KTC Broadcasting. Tomorrow, WCSL on this channel. We'll be back in a few minutes. No more Richard Petty and Chippendale peeing in Darlington stories. We'll be back in a minute. KTCBroadcasting.com.
I'm Calvin Hastings, and I would invite you to join myself along with Pat Rooney and Jeffrey the Pie Owens for 2 big days of our radio remote broadcast during the grand opening of Home Outlet Kitchens, Baths, Floors, and More in Gastonia. It'll be Friday, September 13th from 1 to 4 p.m., and then we'll be back Saturday, September 14th from 10 till 3. We'll have free hot dogs, chips, and soft drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes, too, including tickets to the Renaissance Festival, the Southern Christmas Show, and the Cleveland County Fair. Plus, Large Marge, a pink Cadillac will be there, along with a Floppy Man. And during this special event, save 20% on your fall projects. Store-wide savings on quality kitchens, baths, floors, and more. For more information, go to homeoutlet.com. Don't miss it. The grand opening, September 12th through the 14th, and our radio remote broadcast Friday and Saturday, September 13th and 14th. At Home Outlet Kitchen, Baths, Floors, and More. Located at 1495 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Hey, y'all come. It'll be fun. It's hot outside, and so are the red hot deals on flooring at Barrett's Floor Covering in Kings Mountain. Hurry in now and see Stan and Sherry for your next floor. They've got wide width sheet vinyl with new designs and priced as low as $125 a square foot. Plus 5mm and 20mm wear layer LVP flooring is only $1.99 a square foot. This special get only for you at Barrett's Floor Covering, 150 Dixon School Road in Kings Mountain. Online at barrettsfloorcovering.com.
Cooking out, head to Ferguson Ace Hardware in Cherryville. Save $50 on a Weber Spirit 2 E310 gas grill, Smoky Woods barbecue grilling pellets, 20-pound bags, 2 for $25. Sauces, seasonings, and rubs. Buy 3, get 10% off. Ferguson Ace Hardware has $50 off the Steel MS250 gas chainsaw and $50 off the Steel BGA 57 battery-operated blower kit. Red hot buys at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Ace since 1924.
For the 14th year, Ewing Insurance Agency in Gastonia has been voted the best of best insurance agencies in Gaston County. Ewing Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency finding you the best possible coverage at the lowest possible price. Their agents have over 50 years of experience. From auto to home, from business to workman's comp, Ewing Insurance is there. Ewing Insurance Agency, 1548C Union Road in Gastonia, online at insuregaston.com.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Huzzah! Saturdays and Sundays, October 5th through November 24th.
It's time for the Renaissance Festival. Shopping, food,
men in tights.
Hi.
Enjoy foolish good times at the Carolina Renaissance Festival.
Time travel to a land of legend. Jousting knights, mermaids, fairies, dragons. Oh my!
Join the damsels and brave knights at the Carolina Renaissance Festival.
Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Presented by Pepsi. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Don't miss the jousting, feasting, and jesting at the Carolina Renaissance Festival. It's a royal blast.
The Carolina Renaissance Festival is sponsored by Sunbelt Rentals. For all your equipment rental needs. Equipment service guaranteed. Huzzah!
And welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Shock Joxx.
I think we should broadcast live from the Renaissance
Are you really?
Festival.
Are we really go? Are we going here? You're going to do this?
What?
With this ball girl?
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Terry, have you seen this?
No, I have not, but I'm starting to wonder if Tom's already
It's just
questioning.
dumb. It's just dumb.
You want sound?
It's
Have you
not-
seen it? Have you seen it?
I have not
It's
seen
not
this.
worth the attention it's gotten, Chip.
Oh, Lordy.
So we're going to pull it up
Poor
to
ball
ruin
girl.
Tom's day here.
You ruin,
is-
my, you
it
ruin
is.
my day every day. So
It is.
why
It is.
break the streak?
It is the poor ball girl here, Terry. I'm moving around. I'm
It's
doing
just
some on-screen editing for the people at home. I don't
Okay.
care right now. So
This
here we go.
lady's from Europe,
sound?
right? This is European.
Yula Putin's
She's European. Okay, that tells you all you need to know right there.
Putin's That's nowhere close, but
Close enough.
It's close enough for me. All right, this is a tennis match here. Watch the ball girl hit the computer. I don't even know if there's any sound. So the ball girl's right up the balls from Miss Putinskeva.
Boom. What the heck?
So Putinskeva doesn't like the ball girl apparently, and she don't even catch the first two, then snatches the third one, and just a little disrespect. So it's just a little. Tom, we gotta have some tennis video for JP every Saturday. So that's all I got for you.
I mean,
I'm having a hard
number
time.
one, why are you? Well, I mean, but if you're going to disrespect the ball girl, I'm going to hit one back at her, right? Just launch one and nail her in the face. I mean, I don't understand like what the purpose of what you just did.
Yeah,
was.
me too.
She apologized, you know, and the poor ball girl here with the WTF look on her face, she's like, "I'm trying to hand you a ball and you won't take the ball."
And these are, I mean, and a lot of these, they're the future of the sport, and this is the example you're setting for them, and they're out there serving and assisting
But it
with
was
the
a
tournament.
stupid way to disrespect.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
And
I mean,
it's
it's
classless.
You didn't even disrespect her properly.
I
if
mean,
that
what
makes
was you
any
supposed to do?
sense.
Walk over to her with a maul in your hand and lay it on
Yeah,
her?
I mean, what does
racket?
she want in that situation?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm the same way. That's what they do. They toss you the ball, and you. That does not make any sense.
I mean, I know there's like an unwritten rule in baseball. They're supposed to hand you the ball, but I don't care. I'm like, here, toss it to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Just toss it. I mean, what? I mean, you're getting your people can't take getting their butt kicked, and she lost in straight sets or something like that. So she's
But
getting
she's
her butt
taking
kicked.
it off
Right.
on the
and she's taking
ball
it out
girl.
on some
That's
14-year-old.
That's
girl.
maturity. That's maturity.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, where was she from? Russia.
I'm not sure Putin's fed.
Russia or
Putin's
Russia
fed, but-
1A, one of those
Oh,
Eastern
this is
European
wanting to send
countries.
this
That makes a
out?
whole lot of sense.
So that was her apology. She wanted to apologize to the ball girl the way I was when she was giving me the balls. Honestly speaking, it was not about her. I was really pissed at myself for not winning the game from the break point, and then got empty with my emotions and deep in my thoughts. That I was not even focusing on what was going on and who gives me the ball. All the ball girl was doing was amazing. All the ball kids was doing amazing, as always, at the Open.
Okay, what I want to know is, did she contact the ball girl personally?
Yes. Did she go and
Or
apologize?
did you just do like every other weirdo does? I'm going to go to social media and apologize. Or did you call the girl?
Or did your agent put that up for you?
Did you call the girl?
Yeah.
Did you call the girl's mom?
Call
did you embarrass her on national
Call
television?
nothing. You should bring her in face to face and apologize. Be an adult.
I agree.
What a turd.
Yeah, it's just classless.
All right, speaking of turds, New York Yankees are in second
Hey!
place.
Same record as the Indians. Yep.
Who? I'm looking at the schedule, Tom. I don't see. Terry, do you see the Indians on that?
No, I see this franchise team that just started last year. Cleveland.
Baltimore's
They
in
really showing themselves.
Half a game over the Yankees. Cleveland's in first in the Central. 4.5 over the Royals.
So y'all
White Sox have been eliminated.
Y'all come to Cleveland, Terry, and beat us 3 out of 4. Then we go to Kansas City and beat y'all 2 out of 3. How's that happen? What happened? I mean, it's just
welcome to baseball.
It's just not supposed to be that way, is it? I mean, you're supposed to build your team for your ballpark, right?
You're
How's
only
that
hot
happen?
as today's pitching. Is that the saying?
That's
Is that
it.
what it is? Yeah. You're only as hot as today's pitcher. Is that what?
Well,
is
yeah,
that the
and
old
then,
saying?
Cleveland got a win over the Dodgers, which well, they had 3 out in California. So I'm like, you got to win at least one.
Yeah,
you got to at least win one there, and they won the opening one. Got a
3-1.
strong starting pitching performance, and Clase does what he does when he comes in the 9th inning. So
Gave up a home run.
what's that?
Y'all gave up a home run.
So what? We won 3-1. What's that? What's that? got to do
Well,
with
I just
anything?
figure everybody in here would want to know Shohei Ohtani hit a home run.
Oh,
Like he's
okay, 'cause
supposed
you're-
to be the art of baseball right now.
Do you have a problem with foreign baseball players, Terry?
No, I do not.
Got a little xenophobia going on.
I'm just
If his
glad-
name was
I'm just
Billy
glad the
Smith,
guy's
if his
playing
name
all
was
year.
if his name was Billy Smith and he was from Lincolnton, would you be okay with it?
I'm glad the guy's playing all year. That's all I'm going to say.
But his name's not Billy Smith, so I don't
I
like
hope-
it.
you know
I don't
what I
like
hope?
these foreigners coming in here.
This is what I hope.
playing good in our league.
All I've seen here lately this past week, he's going to be the 50-50 club. Well, he's not at neither one yet. I hope he gets at 49-49
You forget
and finishes.
The random hate of Shohei Ohtani.
I
have
just
no idea.
don't understand. I mean, the guy. What's he done? I mean, his agent screwed him out of money. Is the only time you've seen negative press about him. He's never done anything, been disrespectful, caught with a DO, nothing. This guy just shows up and plays ball every day, and you just hate him for it.
I'm not
He
saying none
pitches,
of that.
he hits
2,
home
3, 4,
runs.
5.
I know
He's a fan
people in
favorite,
this
and you hate him
room.
for no
I
reason.
know people in this room who hate the greatest player in baseball right now, Mike Trout. That's what they say.
Mike Trout's not the
But
greatest player
now,
in baseball
well,
right
I'm
now.
just saying. But I know people.
We don't
in here
hate
who
him
don't
like
like
we don't
him.
hate him like you hate Ohtani.
I wouldn't say we hate him. I would say the argument's made that he's overrated.
He's overrated.
That's what I'm saying about Shohei Ohtani. He's overrated.
So 6 teams make the playoffs, right?
yes.
Yes.
Looking at the chart, 6 teams in the American League have 5 teams have over 90% chance of making the playoffs. Royals are at 87%. Red Sox and the Mariners, the next closest, at 9%, about 10 games back. So you're pretty much set in the American League, it looks like. Astros, Royals, Twins, Guardians, Orioles, and Yankees. And before the season, I said you were going to have 3 American League Central teams, Tom, in the playoffs. What would you have said to me?
Probably you're stupid.
Yeah.
That's
And I want to tell you
Would you have
something
took 2
too.
teams?
Well, the Twins were decent, and then
They were the ones supposed to win the league.
then Cleveland. I would have told you no because when they said Bieber wasn't playing, I'm like, okay, Cleveland's probably not going to make it. But their young pitching
He's
staff
playing
has
now.
gotten the job done. I mean, and if you get the job done on the hill, man, I mean,
Yeah.
and all those guys in their 20s, man. I was like, no, they're not going to. They're not without Bieber, but they've Imagine if they had him.
Well, the
He's playing now.
Between the 6 teams.
Yeah.
Can y'all just at least not let the Astros and Yankees be in the World Series?
Oh Lordy.
Can y'all pull that
I
off
don't know.
somehow?
The Astros are playing really good.
Orioles, Guardians.
I think we can all agree on the
Royals.
Astros.
No, we all agree on your Yankees.
Not all of us.
We all do.
I ain't got nothing wrong with the Yankees.
Thank you, Terry.
Yeah, I don't like the Astros.
Yeah, and we can unanimously agree on the Astros across the board.
In the National League,
since
4 teams over 90%. Padres, Dodgers, Brewers, and Phillies are over 90%. Braves at 72% and the Mets at 50% have the same record.
How is that? They basing that off strength of schedule?
Well, the gamblers know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're going to go off that, yeah.
It's
and the
off
Diamondbacks are at 80%.
Well, you're talking about interleague is how they judge that now.
Okay.
And the Mets would have it.
The Cardinals have a 0.6% chance.
Well, the percentage-wise, they say the Braves have a better chance of qualifying right
Yeah.
now. They say the Braves are
22% chance. Y'all must be playing garbage. Or no, you're not y'all. I don't know why I keep saying the Braves must be playing some bad teams finishing up the year.
Mm-hmm.
Eliminated so far, Rockies and Marlins, pretty much everybody. Everybody's been eliminated pretty much other than like 7 teams. So Phillies, Mets, Braves are alive. That's 3. Brewers are alive. That's 4. Dodgers, Padres, and Diamondbacks. So 7, I would say, teams alive in the National League still. So Diamondbacks, Mets, and Braves basically fighting for that final playoff position there. Any favorites in the National League? I know all y'all are American League.
Well, I do listen to
baseball
I
fans.
do keep up with the Braves because Gerald keeps up with the Braves.
Yeah.
And Gerald, when he does the weather, he'll always talk about how the Braves lost again, and I just feel sad for Zach and our estranged employee who's out there somewhere.
We miss you, buddy.
But they just, they've had too many injuries. That's what Gerald talks about.
I think
they had a lot of injuries.
if they make the
A lot of
playoffs, it's a
injuries.
successful year for them with everything. They lost their best. They've lost their 2 best. Well, I think Freed's back, but they lost their best pitcher and their best defensive player.
Yeah, Freed pitched last night.
And offensive player.
Yeah. So I'd like to see, because the station, we're an affiliate, I'd always like to see the Braves make the playoffs, but it's going to be tough. The Phillies are good, though. I'm just telling you, man. The Phillies are good. I like the Phillies in the National League.
Are playoff worn. They know how to perform in the playoffs. So I'd watch out for that. Everybody's going to say the Dodgers and best team money can buy and all the talent they've accumulated. They've got some holes in that pitching staff. And
I will say you're correct on that, Chip. The Dodgers are like you said, the best money can buy, but the Phillies are your bullies.
Yeah, I mean
that's how I look at them.
They just know when it comes playoff time, they're
going to do whatever it takes to win.
They know how to win in the playoffs. So I'd watch out for them in the National. If I had to pick a team in the National League to make the World Series right now, I'd pick the Phillies.
All right, guys, we come back. We've got college football picks to make. We've got NFL. We've already made those picks last week, but we're going to pick.
Yeah,
we're going to pick the season, and we're going to pick our playoff picks for the season here in the NFL. We're going to do our little game 7 in, 7 out, and we're going to have a little fun with that and figure out who's going to be next year's.
This is a first for me.
Playoff teams in the NFL. So we come back. We're going to do some college football and NFL on KDCBroadcasting.com.
Now is the best time ever to buy an Empire gas log from Today's Pro in Shelby. All display models have been discounted. There's a great selection to choose from. Check out the displays today, all on sale. And it's the end of the pool season. Save up to 50% on remaining pool supplies in stock. And remember, Today's Pro in Shelby for appliance pickup and delivery. See Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Like them on Facebook, too. Mix and match your GE appliances during the big GE Scratch and Dent truckload sale at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. The barn is full. They've got to make room for more appliances arriving, so prices have been slashed. All come with a full factory warranty, so now is the time to buy. Also, they have a great selection of used washers and dryers. Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. For the last 2 years, Final Plunge Plumbing has won the prestigious Community Choice Award for Gaston County. Final Plunge Plumbing is a full-service plumbing company, including water and sewer main repairs, water heater replacement, with names like Ream, State Select, Renai, and Navian. And they provide upfront pricing, so there's no surprises when you get your bill. First-time customers receive a 10% discount up to $500. Choose the best. Choose Final Plunge for your next plumbing job. Call 704-860-5589 or find them online at finalplunge.com. Final Plunge Plumbing is looking for experienced plumbers. For more information, call 704-860-5589.
Here comes Duke.
He's got it! Touchdown! Down he goes!
Attack the day.
10-5, good night! Hit hard, the ball came out, it slipped out of his hand, and it's intercepted!
Bleed Blues.
Wide open! Touchdown! And the Blue Devils walk it off at Wallace Wade!
Listen all season long on your home for Duke football. The Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Be ready for leaf season with a new blower or mulching mower from Boyd Tire and Appliance in Clover. Check out the line of steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, backpack blowers too, and see their selection of John Deere, Gravely, and Aaron's mowers. And right now, get 0% financing for up to 36 months on Gravely mowers. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com and see their page at What'sUpShopper.com.
Grizzly the Greeter says, come on into Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville now and get $500 off any add-on item when you order your new custom-built building. Now, that's a big savings, but that's not all. Take 50% off your upcharge for built-on sites. And you know Christmas is only a few months away. Now's the time to get your place set for Christmas. Order now before it's too late. See Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, 2268 Lincoln and Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware.
DJ money.
Hi, like us, nobody like us. We are the Mountaineers, always winning, always the green. Kick ass! Clemson all day long. You're gonna hear this in your head. Get it in your head. Get that butt whooping today. Woo! Get it out! It's coming, baby.
They're 17-point underdog.
At Michigan, dominating. At South Carolina, dominating. At North Carolina, dominating. At Texas A&M, dominating.
I don't think those are dominant wins.
Scared the living pants off LSU. Scared the pants off Tennessee. Scared NC State so much, they kicked us off the schedule and played Western and about got beat.
We've never lost to you.
You kicked us off schedule, about got beat. Now you're
We've
one spot.
never lost to you.
NC State's ranked 24th. Scared to play App Chip. Clemson's 25th. Should they not be just terribly frightened, ready to quit, call it a day, call Western Carolina right now to come down because we can't do this?
I remember,
how scared should Clemson be today, Terry?
They're 17.
They should be scared. I'm going to be honest. They should be
they?
scared. They should be scared.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to agree with that.
Thank you.
But
They're
I
scared because they got
remember
everything to lose. They're at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
when y'all won a national title, and one of them 3 years y'all won it back to back to back, and that was fantastic.
That's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. But I don't even think y'all had a first down against us.
Oh, my God. All right, what's that got to do with this year? And y'all
I was about to say, it's a little bit
almost getting beat by Western Carolina and not wanting to play
a little bit different program.
But either way, that's what I'm saying. Why are we not ranked ahead of State and Clemson right now?
Well,
I mean, Clemson, if State's scared to play us and they're ranked ahead of Clemson,
we're
should
not
we be ranked ahead of State?
to play.
Terry, y'all flat out took us off the schedule because you didn't want to lose, and you put Western on there, and you still got beat.
Western was one of the top offenses in the country last year.
Tom.
I know that's laughable.
Dennis said
Well,
that
they
last
did.
night. Dennis came and said last night, he said, I had a State fan say something about Western's offense being one of the top ones. That's the exact same thing Dennis said last night.
In FCS.
FCS.
I mean, in FCS, which I will say this, I wasn't good enough to play FCS. So, I mean, I can't knock FCS schools, but I'm just saying, if you're Division I versus playing an FCS, you're a power. Well, there's no such thing as the Power 5
Why
anymore.
are we saying that?
Power 4.
So
Power
you're saying Colorado, as much as we throw them on our elite stations to watch them every week, and then they almost got beat by North Dakota State? Ain't that FCS?
That's the best of the best of
That's
FCS.
the
I
best.
don't care. It's FCS.
And it's Colorado. It's Dion. Dion's all mouth. I mean,
but don't we? Is that not what we do with it?
As much as I like
national
I
television,
like Deion Sanders, but the skill set you need to be a defensive back is not the skill set you need to be a head coach in Division I.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's just I'm not saying he's not skilled and talented.
Oh, he knows way more than we do.
Not all talents are transferable. So I think we're seeing that, and like you bringing up that North Dakota State, one of the top teams in FCS, almost beats Mr. Mouth, Deion Sanders. I don't think that's comparable to a Western Carolina. You don't lose to if you're NC State. You don't lose to somebody in state. You're not tied with Western Carolina at halftime.
Wait a minute. What is the difference in tonight's game?
Tonight's game, you talk about Appalachian State.
Yeah, 17
Appalachian State is a full-fledged Division I.
Wait a minute.
Opponent.
What did you say, though? It's 17 points?
16 and a half is the last
16
thing I
and a half.
saw.
Okay, we beat Western by 17. Okay, so what are we saying?
We would beat Western by 17. That's what we're saying.
I'm pretty sure UNC Charlotte would beat Western by 17.
Oh, we don't even want to throw them out here.
And I'll tell you what, you Carolina fans,
Oh,
listen up, Carolina
forget
fans.
that.
Listen up, Carolina fans.
Don't even go there.
Norm's coming. And
He's coming, all right.
He's bringing the picks.
Is that this weekend?
Oh,
So I
Hey,
need to
Terry.
go see Charlotte fight song for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I'm gonna pull it up.
He's going to get his pick.
Look out,
That's right.
Chapel Hill. The
That's
mistake on the hill. Norm's coming. Norm's coming for you, baby.
Y'all need 30.
Norm is
Wait a
on
minute.
his way.
Y'all just now got a football team. Have y'all got a fight
Know what I'm
song?
saying? Probably not.
Well, when I was there, we didn't have one because we didn't have a football team.
We are
Here we
the
go.
Niners. Yeah.
Well, I played it. Here it is.
That was awesome.
Time you got to sing it.
It sounds like a Danny Elfman soundtrack.
We stand to fight for the green
Proud
and
as
white
we
till
can
win the
be.
victory. What victory? Wave our colors high. You don't know this one, Tom?
No.
Let's try the other one. See if this sounds the same.
Yo, what's up,
that's a
everybody?
That's commercial.
We're going to mute that one for just a second.
Better mute that.
Let's see.
You'll make a me mistake when I Google something in front of the kids I shouldn't have Googled. Rock solid.
So how many times, Tom, are they going to hear that in Chapel Hill today?
They're going to hear it over and over and over.
That. Can you name me the biggest win y'all have ever had, Tom?
That's Maryland. Didn't we beat them?
Did we? I mean, now here we go.
Duke. We beat Duke.
I don't know.
Hey, Tom, the proper answer to that is there's so many of them I can't name just one.
No, there's nothing wrong. That's a
They beat
tough
Duke
task.
1 year. They beat
I
Duke.
bet they're 30-point underdogs.
No, I can't remember what it is. 18, 19. I took the points.
There might not even be a...
You took the point.
I took the points.
Tom, you just lost.
I took the points and
You
the
lost
under.
that one.
This week, the underrated North Carolina schools, Appalachian State and UNC Charlotte, are going to big-time programs. They're going to Carolina, going to Clemson against struggling offenses, okay? Clemson's offense, what did they get, 6 points against Georgia? Now, it was Georgia, but they got shut out in the second half. Carolina had a hard time scoring against Minnesota, albeit their quarterbacks knocked out of the game.
Right.
But I'm just telling you, Clemson and Carolina can't score. And here comes Norm the Niner.
Wait a
Norm's
minute.
going to light you up.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you, we got.
Tom, you playing the number 1 ranked team in the country. They can't score. Well, okay, that's probably the best defense in the country.
I'm just telling you, Clemson ain't going to score, man.
What?
Just telling you, Clemson might get shut out today by Appalachian State.
Hey, how about this one?
Might get shut out.
Tom, here's Terry's defending Western Carolina's record. Here's their.
They're 7-4 last year.
Here's their win totals the last in their history: 7-6, 4-1, 3-3, 7-2, 7-7-2, 1-1,
What's that got to do with
2-2,
anything?
3-1-2, 5-4. Here's their place finishes in the conference: 4th, 5th, 4th, 9th, 8th, 8th, 4th, 8th, 3rd, 2nd, 8th, 9th, 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 8th, 8th.
What'd they
8th,
do
4th.
last year? They ranked over there.
Not in the country.
Well, in Division
Whatever
2.
that is.
Division 2.
Right. Whatever Western does. I don't even know what Western does anymore. We don't care. We moved up. We beat Texas A&M.
It's not. It's D1.
And we play Clemson.
What was D1?
They played teams with Terry. We play good teams like Clemson. They play teams like State. So we're not even in their league anymore.
We've never lost to Appalachian.
Ain't that right,
Never. Never.
Ain't that right, Chip? Chip's a Carolina fan.
Yes, on September.
I'm just being entertained right now.
September 3rd, 2021, UNC Charlotte 31, Duke 28. That's the one I was remembering.
Thank you for that, by the way. That's,
We apprite you finding that.
That's right.
I appreciate you beating Duke.
I think you beat us.
When's
the
y'all's
next
biggest
time.
program win? Let me Google that.
Yeah.
Duke. Let me Google.
Good point.
And it was Duke.
It was Duke.
Non-basketball. Non-basketball. Not UNC Charlotte basketball.
Hey.
But you got to win over an ACC
school.
team. That's
They're
right.
an
That's
ACC
all that
school.
matters.
Dude, it's our biggest win.
That's right.
Oh my
You know,
God.
come on.
Well,
Biff will get it done, even though he's a Michigan man, you know. He'll get it done today. Chapel Hill, it's going to just unravel the program. The portal, the portal's blowing up tomorrow because half the Tar Heel team's going to transfer out.
Matt Brown's going to retire.
That'll be like that. But now, Appalachian going to Clemson, look out, Dabo, is all I got to tell you.
Well, last week's, Terry, how are we doing the picks?
Oh, yeah. I do have those.
I don't have them cut for you.
Yeah, I do right here.
You didn't do bad picks, did you, Kevin?
No, I'm lazy.
All right. Last week's picks. Well, first of all, let me put it like this. Have you got misses for us this week? Did you do any of that?
He didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put a few out there for
I'll
you.
have it ready for you next week.
Here's one.
Including last week's.
Tom took Charlotte. They got beat 30-7.
It was close. It was close in the first half.
Tom took Wyoming. They got beat 48-7.
That was close.
So,
closer than the score
as
indicates.
I'm saying, the picks, here we are. Tom come in last at 4-7.
Oh, God.
Chip was next, 6-5. Good job, Chip.
Got
You're
over 500. All right.
And I was 7-4.
Well
was
done.
that 4-7?
So, yeah, 4-7,
Wow.
Tom. You
A bad
missed
week.
Virginia Tech, Florida,
Missed all
Houston,
of 'em.
Texas A&M, Charlotte, Wyoming, and South Alabama.
That's not good for my gambling addiction.
I'm telling you. So the overall picks were so far this year, after 2 weeks, I lead the way at 16-6. Chip's next, one game behind me at 15-7. And Tom's looking at the bottom at 14-8.
He went from first to last in
He
one
did.
week.
He did.
So this is the College Football Report's chances of making the playoffs.
Hey, we in it.
And
If you've got a percentage,
That's right.
That's Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance?
so they got
That's right.
Tom's at Buckeyes at 68%. Clemson at 14%.
I would like to make one observation. I think this must have come out before FSU played their first 2 games because it's got 9 points.
It says after week 1.
Okay, so yeah.
Right. You're right. Florida State's probably dropped down there to the ones now with ECU. But App's ahead of teams like, Mississippi State, Iowa State, Wisconsin, California, West Virginia, NC State, Purdue, Wake Forest. So App's in at 2.9%. North Carolina, 7.1%. State, 1.7%, Terry.
So what are you telling me?
Why are y'all ranked ahead of us then?
All I know is when I look at North Carolina State, we are 1-0. Getting ready to
How are
be.
y'all still ranked?
We are still, after today, we'll be 2-0.
How are y'all still ranked? Is my question.
Who you got today, Terry?
Tennessee, I hate you coming to town, but you're
Tennessee
going home
and
with a
Charlotte
loss.
tonight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're getting smoked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Terry. I don't know.
What is the spread higher in that one than the App game?
Yeah, what is the spread? I'd be curious.
I've got highlights of tonight's state ball game.
I need Tom the Greek over there to get me the spread.
This is highlights of State's game tonight against Tennessee.
Boom.
No, she was showing she was tough.
Tough enough that she unbuckled herself before the cart stopped.
That's exactly right. Saying, I got this.
Yeah.
All right, so I got another one or two other college ones to get to before we. All right, talking about Florida. How about this? Watch number 70 on this play. Now, after this game, he was voted the captain for this week. Let's see. He's the right guard.
Okay.
So watch the right guard on this play. Here we go. And the whole play, okay?
Yep.
They're trailing by 4 touchdowns. Mertz.
So he didn't block anybody.
Ball is picked off.
And then watch him chase this receiver down.
Still on his feet.
Voted captain yesterday for this weekend's game. Florida's got problems, Terry?
I don't think he was even running that.
Like they had kids in the recruiting section throwing up the U in Florida's recruiting section.
Oh, seriously?
During this blowout.
Oh, man.
Miami players were going over and talking to him during the game at the end of the game.
And all of them were doing the chop to him.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
So
You want the line in the North Carolina State game?
Yeah, what was it?
9.
Almost.
Okay.
Almost.
Oh, yeah, 9. Look out.
All right, so here's
Money line is State's paying 3.5 to 1.
Appalachian fans, Barstool Mountaineers responding to Clemson in their little hill run, Terry. You know, we do it different up at Appalachian. So they like to run down their little hill. They're going to do it today. This is
how they let somebody wear 60.
This is what we do at Appalachian. We don't run down the hill. We slide.
It's because they're all drunk.
Tom, you need
Facts.
you've got to get you some of those overalls.
Yeah, those are sexy.
That's exactly what you need. Listen, you have no idea how sexy those overalls are in Boone. How about some, Terry, you'll like this. How about some old depictions, the very first depictions of Yosef back in the rhododendron.
Back when it was a teacher's college.
1950. How about Yosef Duncan there?
How about that?
These are the very first images found he was created in 1942. These were from the 1950 yearbook.
How about that?
So Yosef got to jug there, Tom.
I was about to say, what's in that?
Right, and a pipe while he's reading English literature.
How about that?
Back when it was Appalachian State Teachers College. And now they don't even have a math education program. Thank you, State of North Carolina. Great job.
Tom can crap on anything, really. He's an expert. Now, this is fun. Let's see if you can follow this, Tom. You know what imperialism means?
Yeah, I got an idea.
Okay. So, if you win, here's how this works, okay? I'm going to read it so if you can follow. All right. The rules are teams claim every county closest to their stadium to start. So, like, you know, wherever NC State county they're in, that's where they get. That's their area, right? This is my kingdom. Winning team gets to claim the losing team's land each week. So you follow me.
Yes.
Okay. So if, you know, Charlotte beats Carolina Day, they get to claim Chapel Hill. But they also get to claim anything Chapel Hill's already won from other schools. So you understand what I'm saying? So if Chapel Hill, whoever they've beat, they've claimed Minnesota. So if Charlotte wins today, you guys get Minnesota, the state of Minnesota, basically. So I'm going to show you the imperialism map of where we are after week 1. I haven't got it up, the week 2 updated. I didn't do this, but this is pretty neat to me. Here we go. For the folks at home that might not know, here's the map of the United States and what territory each school owns right now. So as you can see, Carolina owns the whole state of Minnesota, half the Dakotas, and half of Wisconsin right now. Appalachian owns pretty much our area in that area. I don't see anywhere else right now, but I thought this was like kind of a little neat map. It changes every week based on who you beat and how much territory. It's like
Arizona State's doing pretty good.
It's basically like Risk.
Yeah.
So this is basically like a map of Risk, if you guys know that game, and you got your armies in different spots and everything. But
because at the end of it, whoever wins the national championship is going to have owned it all.
Supposedly,
it's going to be a lot. Yeah, a lot.
So Carolina's got a lot of space. Right? Arizona State's got a lot of
Hey, we're on
territory
there.
land.
We're out there. I see
Who is that right in the middle of the state, right underneath the Appalachian to the east of Georgia? Who is that?
Right here.
South
No.
Carolina.
That is
Who is that?
It's very small.
James Madison.
That JMU?
Is that who Charlotte lost to this week? Tom.
Yeah, they did.
That's James Madison.
Okay.
James Madison owns Gaston and Cleveland County right now.
They're about to this week too, because Gardner Webb's going to travel up there this weekend.
They're gonna keep owning that. So yeah, James,
I hope Coach Roster can pull off the upset.
Currently, Tom, you have to answer to your overlords at James Madison University.
They're going to have their hands full with JMU.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you.
Got the Webb next week.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
You don't get to claim it back though. That's the thing. You have no territory now to claim.
Yeah, got the Webb.
Just think about it though.
gotta win
Boston
a game to get
College will
territory.
be in Florida after this week
Who they got?
because they just got through beating Florida State.
Oh well, Florida State don't have no territory, so they ain't got nothing to take.
Oh, that's right.
Once you're off the board, you're off the board.
You can't get territory.
You can't get it
You
back.
gotta win somebody's territory
You
that
gotta
they've won.
beat. Oh,
Who does
I got
Florida
you now.
have in
I got
southern? Who does Florida have in southern Georgia?
Indiana, Miami, Michigan State, UCF, USF, and Miami and Georgia Tech have Nevada, and that's North Texas has got the far left panhandle of it. So
That's after week 1.
That's after week 1. So
Yeah.
I'll try
So
to see if
think
I can-
about that. The BYU will own part of Texas now. SMU spot because they beat them last night.
Yep, that's exactly how it works. That's how you get to claim your territory. You like that map, Terry?
I like it.
All right,
Because
cool.
I think at the end of it, whoever wins the national championship is going to own a lot.
Kind of looks like
Yeah.
the Electoral College. You got Carolina up there at the very top with all these counties that have about a population of 150.
Because after
Yeah,
today,
you're right, it does.
we'll own Tennessee.
No, you won't. The over is 60.5. Why do they think it's going to be a high scoring game?
Yeah, that's curious. I was thinking the same thing.
Y'all ready to pick?
Sure.
Hey, neither one of y'all sounds too confident in that.
I'm always confident.
Top 25 action today.
Famous last words.
Texas goes to Michigan. Michigan is a 6.5 point dog at home. Number 10 ranked against number 3. Tom, Michigan get any trouble recently or anything going on?
Well, they keep getting their recruiting violations, but it's okay. I mean, Jim Harbaugh's banned from, I think, the state of Michigan.
They're taking away his wins and championship?
No, they're not.
Did I see that? They might do it?
They're not going to do that. I think Texas is going to go in there in the big house and take care of business. They win.
Terry.
Yeah, I don't see no trouble in this. As many people as Michigan lost from last year's team and them to have to rebound and play a Texas team, no, Texas wins.
Chipper.
Longhorns.
Arkansas at number 16, Oklahoma State. Cowboys favored by 10, $100 for a ticket in Oklahoma State's Boone Pickens Stadium today. I was looking up at Penn State playing Bowling Green.
Nice
Their
weather.
tickets are $3 there.
Nice weather, only 74 degrees.
Yeah. Who you got, Tom? Arkansas, the Cowboys or Razorbacks?
I got Oklahoma State at home.
Terry?
Yeah, this is tough because Oklahoma State always loses to somebody they shouldn't.
Correct.
I mean, it happens every year, but I'm taking Arkansas. I'm going to say that's the end of Oklahoma State's run.
They played one game.
That was the
end of their run.
That was a long run of
there.
Chip, they ran to the bathroom, and that was about it. So.
Who you got, Chip?
It's all Richard Petty.
Yeah.
That's a real signature. You can't convince me not.
I think it's legitimate.
There's no way you can fake that.
I'm going to take OK State.
All right. 3-point favorites, Georgia Tech on the road at Syracuse. Georgia Tech's ranked 23. The total 61.5 in this. $21 gets you a ticket in the Dome. Terry, who you got?
Oh, this will be a good one. You're on the road. See if you can pull an upset. It's not going to happen. Syracuse wins.
Chip. That would be the upset, wouldn't it?
Georgia Tech's a 3-point favorite.
Yeah. No, I'm on. Give me the Yellow Jackets.
Tommy?
I don't know. The Dome's hard to play. McCord, he's played well so far. Syracuse, I think they'll win at home.
We'll take a vote around the table. Should this next, we're not going to pick it. Should it be allowed to even happen? Like, should like there be like protest, rioting in the streets?
Well, I need to see what game.
Tennessee Tech playing Georgia.
I think that.
Oh my God! We ain't betting on this, are we?
No, we're not. But I just want to comment on the chicken, you know what, attitude of, I'll go ahead and say, you SEC people.
This is how Tennessee Tech's going to make their year, though.
Thank you, Terry, for clearing that up. That they're going to have some money. And then I give one. They can do it against North Carolina or a sorry team like State.
Well, I mean,
why in the world is a powerhouse with full of NFL roster people playing Tennessee Tech
playing a team
sport? And then don't tell me. And then we play the toughest schedule in the world.
Playing a team in Gardner Webb's conference.
Terry, what's Tennessee Tech's mascot? I'm showing you the logo. I bet you still don't.
I have no clue.
The Wolves. The Lynx.
The Golden Eagles.
Look like wolf's ears.
They play Gardner Webb in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And Georgia, see, that's what I'm thinking. Like, why is Georgia, why can't you sit there and talk about we're the best, we're the best conference. But we play Tennessee Tech instead of Appalachian State. Or we play Tennessee Tech instead. They skipping the group of 5. They ain't even in there. And they're talking about we're so good, and I got to hear this crap. App don't belong in the SEC. And you're playing Tennessee Tech, the best team in the country.
They did play Clemson last week.
Who? And we're playing them. Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Play NC State. There should be a rule in Division I, whatever the group, the Power 4. Why can't they make a rule that says you have to play Power 4? One, I'll give you one. I really don't even do that because we've got 100 schools, and if you want the sport to be what it is, Tom, you shouldn't be playing. Should the NFL teams be playing college teams? No.
I think
so. They should be playing nothing but. If you want to play a sorry team, play Vanderbilt out of conference if you're Ohio State.
Yeah.
Not Tennessee Tech. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're going to see less of this now that 12 teams get in instead of 4. That now it's not like so high risk. Like say Georgia goes and plays, I don't know, Illinois.
Yeah.
And something happens and they get beat.
Yeah.
Well, now their season's not over.
Well, you don't deserve to be the champion. That's the thing. We don't. That's the most crap thing I've ever seen. We don't want to play playoff games. Basically, they want to get voted into the playoffs and hope they win.
But and
they talk about how good we are.
In the NFL, if you have a bad week and you get beat, you could still be the champion. And in college, it wasn't like that.
Let me ask
you
this, Tom. Do you think Dabo, Ryan Day, if I gave them Gardner Webb's schedule and told them they could still make the playoffs, they would take it?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. That's all. That's exactly my point.
Sorry,
they would take the easy 10-win schedule, a jump into the playoffs, and never have to play a game. That's why it's exactly what that is. Don't tell me it's not in the schedule. Tennessee Tech. Never heard of it. Every team in Tennessee is garbage, and you got the most garbage team in Tennessee.
I think that's where Trey Lane went to
Every
school.
team in Tennessee is garbage, and you got the most garbage Tennessee team you've ever heard of to play the number one team.
Tennessee's been better in recent years, Kevin.
They're still garbage.
I'm torn on this one way or the other because on the flip, I see Kevin's point, and part of me is like, I think Power 4 schools almost feel like they should have to be forced to play Power 4 schools. Same with like Group of 5 schools, but then
it's not the same sport. You play in Tennessee Tech,
but then I also look at the flip side for a school like Gardner Webb. That guaranteed money is beneficial.
Right, and I don't give a flying F about your guaranteed money. You're a private institution. You charge $50,000 to meet up.
Yeah, but they're going to make $1 million, $2 million for the program.
But I don't care as far as the sport is concerned.
This is Tennessee's Tech's
y'all
only
are making a
game.
point that I understand.
Yeah.
I know they're making money, so y'all don't have to say that.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. If Georgia feels that bad, why don't they just write them a freaking check and say, here's $1 million. We're playing Indiana this week. Come on, guys.
I think your biggest thing.
Y'all really think this is okay?
No, this is not okay.
No, I don't.
No, don't explain it to me like it is.
Because it's over in the first quarter.
The money.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I like what if you're going to give somebody a beating like Ohio State did last week, at least do it to a Division I school in state. I mean, and Akron's not going to threaten them. So if I'm Georgia, I guess there's no other Division I school.
But Tom,
in that
why is
state.
that even a thought though?
I know.
Why is it even a thought that I don't even risk getting beat? You keep saying that over and over because you don't want to risk getting the national championship. As a North Carolina, as an Appalachian fan, we just want to play football. I'm trying to call you elitist.
You don't have as much to lose.
And that's like
You
that
don't have as
thought
much
to
to
me
lose.
is not a competitive thought. We don't want to accidentally lose
because
well, then you're not good enough.
Okay, if you
want to convince, you want to beat Tennessee and then say we didn't accidentally beat
if you go to New York and get beat by the Giants, who are probably going to win 1 or 2 games this year, you could still win the Super Bowl. But college football wasn't like that, so they protect themselves because if we have one bad week, then we're out of it completely. But that's not the. See, you keep comparing it to the NFL, but it's not the same.
That's not apples and oranges.
Because
not apples to apples.
One loss does not ruin you as it does in college football.
I understand
in the past
everything you guys are saying. I understand all that. Yeah. What I'm saying is that the coaches are chicken shit for that. And that's what I'm saying. The athletic directors are, the coaches are, every single one of them. Nick Saban, they're all big. He played Western at Alabama. He is too. And we sit there again. I understand every reason y'all say, but just because someone gives you a reason for it doesn't mean it's a good reason. And people justify things all the time. There is no justification for this. I don't care about Tennessee Tech's money. I don't care about Georgia's feelings. I don't care about any of that. Play real football. Don't tell me this is SEC football. This is real football. None of that. And it shouldn't count for their wins. It shouldn't count for anything. I just
would
don't
like
get how
to
you
know
play an
when this
exhibition
game was set up. You know, could it have been 4 or 5 years ago for this to be even thought of? To be
normally they're going to be they're signed up with like 2 or 3 years in advance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would definitely say, even if like these super conferences, what I would say is just you got 17 teams in your conference. Play all conference.
Yeah.
Why are we? I would say that. Play all conference games. Maybe one inter-regional, big-time non-conference game, and then all conference game. You got 17 teams.
If we're getting the conferences that big, that might solve the problem.
Because it's really not one conference. It's really like 2 that have a championship.
They could have been doing that. As soon as you got 12 teams, you can play every game as a conference.
Yeah.
And they don't. They play 8 so they can play. They won't lose 2.
I like Texas, Michigan. Okay, we're going to do one big-time interconference game, then all conference games. I agree.
We got to pick these games. I'm sorry, I got on a tangent.
No.
I've just never seen. That may be the worst one I've ever seen in my life. Alabama Western was like the worst. Georgia, Tennessee Tech.
Hey, the line's 56, but the over/under's like 60.
Jesus. How does that? Oh my gosh.
I understand. Like we're talking about what the reality is, but the ideal. The ideal. I get
full
it.
Of crap. It's selling hot dogs, Tom, is what that is.
I get it. I know.
It's 100% selling hot dogs.
I know. I don't disagree with you.
No, ideally, I don't
disagree with you. I've said that for years.
Do you think Georgia fans that have season tickets are happy about that?
I wouldn't be. Well, it's like a week off, Kevin.
Right. I've seen so many people on Facebook this week. Here, free Georgia tickets.
Yeah.
And then you look at who it is, and it's all Tennessee Tech. So I go the first quarter, and that's
if you just want to get drunk and watch a game, it'd be a good one.
Iowa State. Iowa favored by 3, Chip. Let's get through these kind of quick.
Hawkeyes.
Terry?
Iowa
at home.
So everybody goes the Hawkeyes. Miami's playing Florida A&M. Good job, guys. Congratulations. Kansas favored by 4.5 on the road at Illinois. Tommy's Big Ten.
I like Illinois in a mild upset. They're playing better ball. They've been recruiting better, and they're at home.
That's about the dumbest thing I ever heard. But anyway, Kansas wins.
Whatever.
I don't think I've picked an upset yet, and I'm still not going to go with Kansas.
Tom, at least you guys play a regular semi-football team in Western Michigan this week and not Tennessee Tech.
Well, we're playing some MAC schools. I mean, I wouldn't give it to Michigan. I would have played Toledo or somebody, or Kent. I'm not playing a Michigan school.
Terry, Wolfpack in Tennessee, who you got?
If I didn't think this meant as much to State as what it should mean, that's why State wins.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I have no idea what you just said.
I don't know what he said.
I mentioned recruiting and home field advantage, and he calls me dumb. Then he comes and says, I think this means NC State. I mean, Terry, no evidence, no reasoning, nothing.
Means everything for the ACC.
All that was missing, Tom. All that was missing from that statement was, and we beat Medicare.
I just got off my betting app. I took Tennessee and the under.
Chip?
Tennessee covered.
UT.
I love this matchup. This is when people say college football and try to advertise it to me and say, go watch something. Oh, 2 teams from 2 different conferences actually playing each other.
That's a good
matchup.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, right.
They're ranked. This is great. Not Tennessee Tech and Georgia.
Yeah, State has lost their last 3 that they've went to Charlotte.
App State and Clemson today, 8 o'clock. I told Shannon. I said, Shannon, they don't put that at 8. They don't put that at 8 o'clock if they think y'all gonna beat us by 40.
Hey, we don't pick games with spreads bigger than 10, do we, Kevin? Now we do.
Did I say we? Did I say
now
we're picking it?
we do.
Did I say
Okay,
we're
well,
picking
you stopped like you were going to pick it. Are we picking it or not?
No.
Okay, all right.
Because you're scared to.
I'm not scared
I'll do
to
the
pick
picks.
it.
I'll do the picks for you. Clemson app. Clemson app. All right, we did that.
Were you going to pick App, Terry?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I was going to
Y'all
as well,
are so
actually.
I'm serious.
I don't
You're
believe
so
Chip.
stupid. Yeah,
Write
that's
them
right.
down.
It's about the 22
Hey,
guys.
remember when
I don't
Miami
care.
came up to
I won't
Appalachian
tell you
State?
something.
Oh, y'all going up the mountain. Oh, here we go.
Tom,
Hughes got them. We got them.
It's not
blown out
about.
at
It's
home.
not
Okay,
about
whatever.
the 105 guys to 10 guys you got on your team. It's about them 22 guys you putting out on that field. And I think App can easily stand up to what the Clemson's throwing.
That'll be my first upset I'll pick. I'd pick App.
There you go, Tom. You don't want to pick? You want?
I already picked Clemson. I think that Apple. I took the points. I think it'll be close. That's a lot of points.
Pittsburgh
lot of
at
points.
Cincinnati. Bearcats by 2 is favored. $22. You can go see this
I
matchup.
used to call them the beer cats when I was in college. I like the Ohio team, and I hate Pittsburgh. Cincinnati. That's about as dumb as Terry's rationale for picking a game.
Terry, who you got?
That's why I go with Pittsburgh, because they'll win.
You don't do anything.
Chip.
That's why I went with Pittsburgh, because they'll win.
That's the best analysis there is.
Remember last week when I said, "What's Georgia Tech run?" I don't care. It don't matter. Florida State's going to beat them. That was.
Chip, who you got?
Pitt.
How many's that, Terry?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, we'll go to 2 more.
You say Pitt?
Because
I
last
did.
week
Yes, sir.
I got a bunch to cut. Let's see. Did Iowa? Michigan State at Maryland. 8-point favorites. Maryland at home against the Spartans. That sounds a little weird to me to say out loud. Chip, who you got in that one? Terrapins or Sparty?
Let's go Maryland at home.
Terry?
There's no way Maryland can't win at home. Michigan State wins.
Maryland
Can't win at home. Okay.
Tommy.
Let's go with Maryland.
South Carolina. The Gamecocks travel to Kentucky. 8.5-point
Oh,
favorites
this ain't even
is the
funny.
Wildcats over the Gamecocks. Chip?
Spencer Rattler was still playing for him. I might pick Carolina. No, I'm going with Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Let's go with Carolina in a mild upset.
Mm.
We're not going to pick it. Tar Heels favored by 22 over Charlotte, Tom.
Take the points.
Take the points, he says. Take the points. Total is 47.5.
They get beat by 30.
Terry's at 9. Let's
Yeah,
go ahead.
9. We need
All right.
2 more.
No, we got a lot last week. I got 20 to cut
Oh,
because I'm going to cut both of them. Unless you really want to do
Well,
two
I
more.
want 11 because that breaks up an even swap.
What about 9? That's
It breaks up an even swap. What are you talking
he don't
about?
know.
It breaks a tie.
Virginia at Wake Forest. How about that?
It
Virginia at
breaks a
Wake
tie.
Forest. 1-point favorite, Wake Forest.
Thank you for keeping our records
what I'm
for us, Terry. I
saying. I
appreciate
mean,
your
my
efforts.
God.
He is our he's our stenographer.
I mean,
Chip.
What game? I'm sorry?
Virginia at Wake Forest. Demon Deacons by 1. $12 to see this fiasco. But the app's not good enough to be in.
I'll go with my sister's alma mater. Let's go Wake Forest.
Tommy?
Virginia goes in there and beats them.
Terry?
there's no way Virginia wins. Wake Forest.
There's no way Virginia wins. It's a 1 point.
All right, Colorado at Nebraska. Anybody taking Dion?
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
7-point favorites.
But
Nebraska.
if you don't pick Dion, you're picking Matt Rule.
That number
I
one
know, it's
quarterback
Matt Rule.
recruit. Yeah, that number
Nebraska.
one quarterback recruit. Yeah, Nebraska. I like Nebraska.
All right, when we come back.
Nebraska.
When we come back, we're going to pick the NFL playoffs for this year. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Where is the beef?
Well, it could be in your refrigerator or freezer. If you win the Where's the Beef contest, we'll be giving away $1,000 in beef from Morris Supermarket and Broad River Hams in Shelby. You could win up to $1,000 in beef. Register today at one of our local participating merchants, including at Parker Family Feed on Highway 18 North in Bellwood, at H&M Industries on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Hojo Outdoor Power on Gregg Street in Shelby, at Alley's Cafe on Highway 180 North of Shelby, at Bruner's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville, at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Eric Johnson Auto Sales on the Tryon Courthouse Road in Cherryville, at Orr's Supermarket and Broad River Hams on East Marion Street in Shelby, at the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Cummings Furniture, West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and at Family Auto on Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby. Register today. The drawing will be held on Friday, November 1st.
Where's the beef?
Hey, can I help you? Wow, this tractor looks tough. Oh, yeah. This is the Coyote RX 6010. It has a 59 horsepower Daedong turbo engine, 4-wheel drive, and one of the highest lift capacities in its class. It's a whole new level of toughness.
Wow, that is tough. I'll take it. Bubby, let's go wrestle a bear.
Experience the toughness of the RX series at your local Coyote dealer.
Your Coyote dealer is Weston Sells, Highway 18 North, Highway 27 intersection west in Vail.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
Come check it out, the brand new newly remodeled showroom at Carpet One Floor and Home in Ranlow. Floor shopping is easier than ever now. You'll find a large selection of carpet, hardwood flooring, vinyl plank, laminate floors, and tile, with an unbelievable selection of styles, stains, and finishes. So stop by soon for special remodeling sale prices at the newly remodeled Carpet One Floor and Home, 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Give them a call at 980-285-8617 or go online at carpet1gastonia.com.
Grizzly the Greeter says, come on into Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville now and get $500 off any add-on item when you order your new custom-built building. Now, that's a big savings, but that's not all. Take 50% off your upcharge for built-on sites. And you know Christmas is only a few months away. Now's the time to get your place set for Christmas. Order now before it's too late. See Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, 2268 Lincoln on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware.
Be ready for leaf season with a new blower or mulching mower from Boyd Tire and Appliance in Clover. Check out the line of steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, backpack blowers too, and see their selection of John Deere, Gravely, and Aaron's mowers. And right now get 0% financing for up to 36 months on Gravely mowers. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com and see their page at WhatsUpShopper.com.
We are back. All right, welcome back to Shock Jock Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin Hastings and Chip Carter, Terry Reinhart, and Tom Sinafani. So, Chip, which team you pull for in this? Panthers?
You could say I'm a Swiftie right now. So.
A Taylor Swift fan?
No, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I am a Chiefs fan.
A Chiefs fan. Okay. I don't.
Why don't you like Taylor Swift? You don't like pretty girls? What's the matter with you?
Huh?
Is he okay?
Oh, Lordy.
I don't.
That's what Tom was accused of.
Yeah. Well, she's not exactly pretty, but looks like a guy. But that's my opinion. I mean, you can date her.
She's
got good money.
Yeah, she got plenty of money.
That's why Travis Kelce's.
She'd be my sugar mama, but
she can't sing.
That's why Kelsey's with her. He
a lot of people think she can, but I do not think she can.
That next phone call will be Taylor Swift wanting to dump Kelsey for Kevin Hastings to be his sugar mama.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll do some quick updates on some of the teams. Terry, you can talk about the Cowboys for a minute. I'm gonna round up some fun stuff. What's the season look like? We got Browns and Cowboys this weekend.
You
to
think
start the
about it.
season.
Everybody keeps saying that we're not going to be any good. Now all of a sudden everything's coming in place. The only thing is our line. We do worry about our line. We got a couple new guys up there in the front, but everybody else, Brandon Cooks, C.D. Lamb, all of them are signed. Tolbert signed. We got some nice tight ends, and then we got Zeke, Cook, a
lot of old
Rico
washed up
Dowdy,
players that aren't any good anymore.
We're good. And our defense is going to be one of the top 5 in the NFL.
You even found a backup quarterback that is not Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush has been named.
Cooper Rush is the second best quarterback on our team.
Been named, and they proved it. They named him the number 2.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Trey
no
Lance
doubt.
still on the team?
He is.
Yeah,
he's their third.
Number 3.
He's number 3.
But he in preseason he proved he's not a number 2. So that's all I got to say. But Dallas will win 12 games. There's no doubt about that. 12-5 at the worst. At the worst, 12-5.
Let's look at this schedule real quick.
The worst, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, is that all you got on the Cowboys there, Terry?
Well, there's no more to say. We win every year. 12 wins the last 3 years.
Well, Eagles won Friday night over the Packers.
Oh, I'm proud of it.
Jordan Love hurt. Any update on that?
Yeah, that's a good thing there. That's huge for Green Bay.
That was the second hurdle in the parlay. The first hurdle was the Chiefs. They covered. The Eagles, they covered. I need one more team to cover, the New Orleans Saints. And they're going to, I said the Panthers. No way the Panthers are going to screw up my parlay. And they will. And they will. Watch the Panthers win.
Oh, Lordy.
The New Orleans is at home, and they're only a 4.5.
Is your cards yellow or gold?
What do you mean?
Your parlay cards?
No, I do it on a computer, Terry.
Oh, okay.
On the computer. you don't have to. You don't have to do them. You don't. It's not 1985 anymore.
Well, I don't know, man. I was just asking.
Oh my God,
this is awesome.
Just asking.
Oh, that's awesome. Got him choked up.
I'm saying.
Terry, you're silly. All right. So every year, throughout NFL history, 6 teams, half the league has made the playoffs, and half of it has missed the playoffs. It's 6 teams in, 6 teams out. They've expanded it to 14 teams, so we've expanded our game to picking 7 in, 7 out, which means if you have to have 7 teams that did not make the playoffs last year in your playoffs, and 7 teams out that did make the playoffs. So this is our little NFL playoff picking game, and folks, it works that way every year, don't it, Terry?
Pretty much.
Let's see if I can find I may have to do a couple little things here.
I might need to watch somebody else do this first.
Yeah, this is can be very difficult all of a sudden when you're having to pick new teams to come in.
You can't just pick who you want.
Right? Yeah, this is challenging.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so.
Especially after you're good because this is your first one.
Okay.
But me and Tom, we're gonna have to pull some people out that we think can make it.
All right. So the teams on the left on the screen are teams that made the playoffs last year in the NFC and AFC. Okay. You can pick 7 of those to stay in the playoffs, and then we'll pick from the rest out. So we're going to start with Tom in the AFC. Which of those teams, and you can pick one, you can pick 7, but it's 7 total in of the 14. So you can get 5 from the AFC, 2 from the NFC, however you want to mix it.
7 total.
So Tom, from the AFC teams that made it last year, which teams will return to the playoffs? Chiefs, Bills, Browns, Texans, Steelers, Ravens, and Dolphins. Tommy?
Oh, well, not prepared for this question. Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens, and Browns. Got to be a homer.
All right. Then I need 3 NFC teams for you then.
Rams,
49ers, Eagles, Bucks, Cowboys, Packers, and Lions are the teams you can choose. 3 of those make the playoffs. The rest of them will not make the playoffs, according to you, Tom.
The Eagles, the 49ers, and let's go with the Lions.
All right. Terry.
Okay.
7 teams in from last year. Who you got?
Kansas City for sure.
Okay.
Ravens.
All right.
I have to go to Browns. I mean, I'm almost like Tom. Bills. Then I'm going Eagles. Cowboys.
One more.
So here's where it's to 49ers.
All right, Chip.
Hey,
You got it now?
Yep.
All right, I need 7 teams that made the playoffs last year from that group.
Yeah. All right. AFC's Chiefs.
All right.
Let's do the Dolphins. And
They got a lot of money down there.
go ahead and put the Bills.
All right.
And then for the NFC, I want the Niners, the Eagles, the Cowboys. Sorry, I'm moving really fast.
You're fine.
And the Lions.
So there's Chip's 7 returning teams. I've got so I've got Chiefs, Bills, Browns, Niners, and Cowboys right now returning to the playoffs. Baltimore. AFC, man, I'm not like happy on any of those, but I can't pick any more NFC. So one of those NFC teams got a bit packed. Jordan Love's hurt. I hate the Lions. They'll probably get in it though because the NFC Central.
Can I edit one?
I'm going to go back to return the division champion Bucks. Yes, Chief,
I'm going to go uneven here. Take the Bills out. I'm only going to do 2 AFC teams. I'm going to put the Packers in. I'm going to do 2 and 5. There we go.
All right, so there's Chip.
That's it.
Oh, I want to edit one too.
What you got?
Take the Bills out and bring in the Lions. Yeah.
All right. So, are we set?
Yes.
Are we set? All right. So, folks playing along and listening at home, returning to the playoffs, according to Terry, Kansas City, Baltimore, Cleveland in the AFC will not make the playoffs in the AC again this year. No Buffalo, no Texans, no Steelers, no Dolphins.
And see, we keep forgetting the Texans.
In the NFC,
I don't.
In the NFC, Terry's got Cowboys, Eagles, 49ers, and Lions returning, which means he's got no Rams, no Bucks, and no Packers returning for next year. Tom in the NFC's got Eagles, Niners, and Lions. AFC, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, and Browns. I got pretty much the same teams except in the AFC. The NFC, though, we both got 49ers, but I've got Dallas and Tampa, and he's got Philadelphia and Detroit. And then Chip went 5 in the NFC. San Francisco, Philly, Dallas, Detroit, and Green Bay returning, and Kansas City and Miami as his returning teams.
Chips was pretty easy. He could pick anything.
Now we got to pick 7 new playoff teams. So, and we got to go by, how many ever you got left. Now, this one you got to go by division. So, Terry, we're going to need 4 AFC teams from you right here. We're going to go AFC across the board. We'll go NFC. So, 4 new AFC teams for you, Terry, that's going to make the playoffs.
Oh, my goodness. Let's go Denver.
I'm not laughing at you, Terry. I'm laughing at Tom's reaction to your first pick.
Denver. Bo Nix is going to take it. Okay.
All right, Terry, you need 3 more AFC teams.
Let's go Bo Nix. Not Justin Herbert or anything. Let's go Bo Nix.
Tennessee can't.
You got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, let's go Cincinnati for sure.
You got Tennessee, Will Levis, Anthony Richardson in the Colts,
Yeah,
Gardner
Pollard's at
Minshew
Tennessee.
in Oakland.
I see these other
Vegas.
teams are the Jets. Put the Jets. That's 3.
Well, I mean, if he plays 16 games, he's winning 10 games.
That's what I'm saying. So there's 3. And who's out there on the end? Oh, Jacksonville. Yeah, there you go.
You want them?
Yep. And y'all laugh at Denver. Okay. Just wait.
Yeah, we.
I wasn't laughing at
17
Denver. I loved Tom's reaction.
Yeah, just wait.
All right, Tom, you need 3
They got a
AFC
coach.
teams to go with
They
yours.
do have a coach.
So, Tom,
need
you've got
3.
Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, and Browns. Who else you
Go
got?
ahead. Go ahead. Jim Harbaugh will cheat his way in there. The Jets. Old man. Crazy old man. He'll get in there somehow. And then this last one's hard, man. Jacksonville.
Who else did you take? The old man.
Jets,
Oh,
Chargers, and Jacksonville. All right, Chip, you got 5 AFC teams, and
Yep.
it's a load of garbage as far as the quarterback still available. So good luck with this one, Chip,
All
picking
right.
5 of these.
Jets.
All right.
Bengals. Let's see. Timeout. Where?
He just called a freaking timeout.
No, I'm sorry. I'm.
How do you call a timeout in this?
No.
You don't call timeout. What do you mean?
You're sorry. Okay, I'm going to keep. So who else I've got? Jaguars.
Yep.
You got 2 more to go, bud.
Yep.
Chargers.
Better
pick Denver.
Better pick Denver. You might not have a choice.
Well, I was looking for never mind. We'll talk about it later. But and let's see who's my surprise. Let's go.
Better pick Denver.
No, let's go with the
That
Colts.
defense.
Let's go with the Colts.
Joe Flacco.
Or here, Richardson or both are can help out.
I got 3 to pick. I'm going to go Bengals, Jets, and Chargers. I picked the 3 best quarterbacks still available. The rest of them are hot garbage. All right, in the NFC, now this is the one that's speaking of hot garbage. What are we going to do about this? Who's quarterbacking in Minnesota right now?
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Because the cheater from Michigan got hurt. The guy who admitted to cheating, but they still haven't taken the title.
These are awful picks. The NFC's terrible. Y'all are not going to like this. I'm going to let you. But I'm going to give y'all a preview of what I'm going with here. I got to pick 4 of them. Falcons. I mean, this is hot garbage. Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold,
Caleb Williams.
The dude with finger paint, a commander. Like, who's their quarterback?
I like Jaden Daniels, but I don't. It's his rookie year. I don't see
who's starting for him. Is it Daniels?
I think Daniels is starting for him. He's been named the number 1.
Take Seattle.
Timeout.
I'm gonna have to.
Timeout. Why do you using the Redskin helmet, but I can't call them the Cleveland Indians?
You can call them whatever you want to. We're just trolling you.
The same.
Yeah.
Not the last segment, right, Tom?
We're just trolling you because it's personal.
It's bullcrap.
I mean, I gave you an
We're like, hey man, we're like NASCAR. We make up the rules as we go. All right,
just straight trolling you.
Out of talent.
I tell you what, I'm gonna pick the Redskins just because of that. So the Redskins will go in there. All right, there's my playoff teams. We'll go back up the chart. Chip, you need 2 NFC teams.
Yep. Give me. Where did they? Hold on. Give me the Falcons. Yeah, okay.
If you don't see them, I had to.
Well, that's okay. That's what confused me because I didn't see. Never mind.
Who do you need?
I was looking for the Ravens over in the previous section, and I didn't think their helmet was gone when I was looking for teams. But anyway,
you can amend it. Whatever you need to do.
I need. Let me amend. I want to take the Colts out and put the Ravens in. So I've got to get rid of an NFC team now, don't I?
You want to take the Colts out? Where
they're on the other side. They're on the other side for me.
And you want to take?
And I want to put the Ravens
on this part.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Ravens helmet was gone, so I didn't. So I want the Ravens on the winning side or on the repeat playoff side.
Gotta find my magic button there. Yeah. It is.
Okay, and so I need to take the Packers off that because I need only 7 teams on that side. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's mo better. All right, so there's that, and then so now I need 3 NFC teams. So I've got the Falcons. Give me the Cardinals.
All right,
and give me the Seahawks.
All right, Tommy. We need 4 NFC teams,
and there is hot garbage there. 2 of the helmets are missing.
Who you need?
I think I want the Seahawks.
You want Seahawks? I can find that.
Seahawks, and then I guess I got to take the Saints. Somebody's got to win that division. That's 2. And then,
awesome.
Gosh.
I'm going to have to make an amendment in a second. To mine.
Let's go with. I'm only doing it because I've been forced because of Kevin's, draconian rules here.
It just happens every year.
Give me the Cardinals, I guess. Out of that crap. What helmet was next to the Redskins? Was that the
Falcons, Seahawks?
I don't want that.
Saints, Cardinals.
Give me the Bears. They're due. I picked them last year, remember?
Yeah,
and they almost made it.
And we laughed.
They almost made it.
But they did.
All right, Terry. I need 3 NFC teams to make the playoffs.
Seattle.
Let's see. I had to double that one. Hold on one second. I'm out of helmets for them. All right.
3. This is ugly.
Now you only need 2.
Somebody's got to win the NFC Central.
Yeah, I know. And
NFC South, excuse me. Somebody's got to win the South.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So you got to go with that. You know? You have to pick a team.
And then I have to pick one more. Carolina's no good. Commanders will not make it. Chicago's no good. Minnesota's no good. Arizona's no good. Giants are no good.
Well, yes, we know this, but according to Kevin's rules, this is what we must do.
Lordy.
NFL history, Tom.
So I got to pick another one out of this garbage.
Yeah, me and Tom had to pick 4 of them.
And you know what? I'd like to say that I didn't get any credit for following the rules last night, by the way. I was told when to call, and I followed the rules.
Good job, Tom.
Did not get a.
I appreciate you doing the correct thing.
Ready for him?
Can I get some?
His
I get a
stickers
sticker.
ready. Yeah,
Minnesota,
Maybe
Chicago.
A pencil.
Who's going to finish second in that?
Terry, will you pick a team so we can move on?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Green Bay might be up the creek if love is done.
We've got our
listeners
have listened to us bicker between us and Tom
That's
more than
what
they
I'm
heard
saying.
I mean, it's just like
everybody in the NFC East cannot make it.
There's one team that. Oh, at the NFC East. Okay,
yeah,
wait.
that's right. All right, you get real with me, Tom. I'm thinking. My brain is always thinking.
No, your brain doesn't work. Your brain is always sleeping. That's
give
what it
me the Saints. Put them in there. Barely a 500 record.
What is he doing?
There, I guess.
Boom.
I'm trying to figure out if I need to take the Browns out.
That's scary because they're not that good.
In an NFC team.
Because Deshaun Watson is very, very likely not to make it past week 1 or 2.
Well, Chubb's not playing for 4 games already.
I
so
know.
Like, there's at least 2 losses if you go 500. So like it just blows my mind that he's not playing. You got to take the wins you can.
And then you've got you got some offensive line issues. Wills isn't playing. Conklin's still banged up. I mean, you might be down to James Hudson III at tackle. I mean, you're in trouble.
The problem is with this, when they expanded, when you had 6 teams, this is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Now that you've expanded to 7, now you're looking at teams with garbage quarterbacks having to pick them to go 8 or 9-7 and 9-8, and they're going to make the playoffs.
I want to go 8 on the side of teams that repeat. I want to I'd pick the Packers over the Cardinals with the Seahawks.
But you can't do that under Kevin's rules.
Right.
Let's play this. Let's play this game real quick. Say yes if this quarterback and team can win 10 games.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Okay.
Will Levis.
No.
Anthony Richardson.
Maybe.
No.
Sam Darnold.
No.
Whoever's quarterback, Gardner Minshew and the Raiders.
No.
Whoever's quarterback in the Broncos.
No.
Jared Stidham.
No. I go by coach on that one.
No. Who's the guy? Is that Stidham? Is that who's starting in New England? It's the guy Brissett.
Or Drake May.
Jacoby Brissett winning 10 games this year.
No.
Trevor Lawrence winning 10 games this year.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all got them in the playoffs. I don't. All right. So there's one maybe out of those, and that's in the whole AFC.
Yeah.
We still haven't done.
Don't forget Joe Burrow.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've already got. No, I'm looking at the garbage that we got to pick from now, trying to find this one last spot.
Oh, you're okay. His helmet wasn't up there.
So then you got Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Sam Bradford, Caleb Williams, whoever's the commander, Sam Darnold, and Bryce Young. So that's who we're picking from. Yeah. So once they went to 7 teams, Tom, this might not It might not stick anymore. That the 6 teams out. It might be.
Tom basically says Joe Burrow is no better than Herbert out of the Chargers.
They're probably pretty close to the same.
He's way better than him.
I wouldn't say way better. His resume is
Did
better.
they work out the contract with Chase yet? Anybody see that?
Not yet.
It's a game time decision.
Yeah.
He said he would make the
It's up to
decision.
his decision whether he wants to play or not.
Yeah, that's what he said. It would be my decision.
He said, I can play without this contract extension, but it's going to be my decision
Yeah.
whether I play.
Who? Oh, the wide receiver.
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
So I guess in the film room they say, "Okay, let us know."
Yeah.
That's nice.
And
we're trying
Higgins,
to figure out what we're going to do.
and
but just
Higgins
let
is
us
questionable
know.
too.
Yeah.
I think both of his starting receivers might not be playing.
So basically, my choice. I'm looking at it. So like, I'm not. We all kind of put the Falcons in there, or for the most part, except Tom. But like, you got to put somebody in there, like you said, in the NFC South. Yeah. And I'm looking at like Commanders are weak, Falcons are probably weak. I'm not a big fan of Geno. So like, do I want all those 4 teams? And I look up at the AFC quarterbacks, and then like, well, who else am I going to put in? Am I going to put in Will Levis, Richardson, Minshew, Bronco, Brissett, or Lawrence? Lawrence is really the only one. So I don't want to. Basically, am I choosing? No, I got to put the NFC because if I was going to take the Browns out, take them out. I mean, it's just they're all garbage. Like you're right.
It's top heavy.
There's a lot of good teams that are still that it may be end up in one of those years where you get instead of the 7 teams, you may get 8 or 9 teams returning this year. Based on
Love's injury questionability right now was a determining factor for me. And
that's the reason I didn't even put them in because I got a feeling if he's not playing, don't get me wrong,
they're
got talent.
But they're an entirely different team without him.
Different quarterback means everything.
And I'm not saying he's like the next Patrick Mahomes or anything, but he took a step forward the second half of last year.
So let's see if I got any fun NFL tweets for us. All right, artificial intelligence picks week 1. This is what the AI went with. Let's see. Chiefs 23-20 over Ravens. Got the Panthers winning this week. What did they do on the Cowboys and Browns?
Cowboys
it's
winning.
got Browns winning 23-20.
Well, that's about the craziest thing you ever put up there.
Craziest thing you've ever put up there, Tommy.
That is crazy, isn't it?
I know none of us picked them, and obviously, but what is it? And I can't even remember his name. Canales,
Dave Canales.
Yeah, what if he just turns out to be the quarterback whisperer they're hoping he is, and Bryce Young actually makes a huge step forward? What if the Panthers are a wild card?
Has he
team?
talked Bryce Young into being 6'5"? Come on now.
Here's the Fox NFL preseason power rankings. They've got
that changed more.
Chiefs at 1, Lions at 2, San Francisco 3, Eagles 4, Texans 5, Packers, Bengals, Ravens, Bills, Browns at 10, Cowboys at 11, and all the way at number 32, the Carolina Panthers.
But AI says they're going to go in there and beat the Saints.
Yeah, we're not.
Well, the Saints are only 28, so that's not that big a.
Did you watch them to make the playoffs?
Did you watch the game Thursday?
That is so bad.
So what do they got?
I got the 25. I got the Chargers.
Where's Atlanta?
Terry, you got the Broncos in the playoffs. I've got the Chargers and Redskins there.
I mean, I've got the Bears. They're 17.
Atlanta's at 14, so I guess.
I got the
everybody believes in
27 and
Kirk
the
Cousins.
28 team in the playoffs.
Where'd you say Atlanta was?
14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch the end of the game Thursday night?
Yes.
No, all right. The last play aside.
Yeah.
They're driving. And I want to say it was either the play right before that or
Bateman or whatever they threw.
The throw in the back end zone.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson has to make that throw. You're a 2-time MVP. Your team basically leans. You're supposed to be the icon of your team. Yep. That dude is wide, and that's not the first one he missed that game. He showed some serious deficiencies to be the level of quarterback everybody says he is. That Mahomes doesn't miss that pass. Aaron Rodgers doesn't miss that pass. I don't know if Dak Prescott misses that pass.
He don't.
I mean, it's just that was a. He's got serious issues with his. It made me question his natural throwing ability after.
But now the pass he made on the last one was to the guy. I mean,
that last play he did it, but I mean there were multiple plays where he had open receivers, and Tom talked about it a couple weeks ago, or Tom and Kevin both. But there's a difference, like from going to college to pro, throwing to covered guys. Well, he had college open receivers a game that he missed. And you can't do that, especially if you're the level of quarterback that everybody says Lamar Jackson is.
Well, I mean, his athletic ability. I mean, that's what's put him on,
Yeah.
got him where he is. But that's always been kind of the knock on him, that sometimes the accuracy is a little bit off.
I thought that had improved, and I regressed on that. I mean, that I was watching him make those throws. I was like, yeah, well,
That's a tough place to play. It's week one.
I was wrong. I was wrong on my pick.
Yes, it's a tough place to play, and it's week one, so
All right, we made our picks last week, guys, a little early. Sorry about that.
We got to do the Thursday.
How did we do on this Thursday night game, Terry?
Chip went 1-1. I went 1-1. You went 1-1. Tom went 2-0.
Well done, Tom.
There you go.
Well, that was my parlay. Chiefs. It was my bonus bet.
All right, so this
I'm
week,
only one win away.
We got one game to pick for Thursday this week, right, Tom? Is that we've picked everything else? But
Yeah,
this
you got to
Thursday.
pick a game Thursday. Yes,
All right,
sir.
so Bills at or did we do that Monday night? I guess we did that Monday night last week.
The
The
Jets.
Monday night game. Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
49ers,
Yes.
Lions.
Yeah, we did.
So Bills at Dolphins. Miami favored by 1.5 this Thursday.
Bills at Dolphins. Okay.
Yes. Tommy?
I'm not convinced that Boy Wonder down there can pull it off. I like the Bills.
Terry?
After they just got through signing Ramsey, I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the exact opposite of Tom. Mike McDaniel he's quirky, but he knows his football, and I think he's got two.
He's a weirdo.
He's weird, but he knows his football.
I'm picking Miami
I'm
at
picking Miami.
home
Yep.
in the heat.
Me.
Yep.
If this was in Buffalo or cold,
Chip,
it'd be
your leader
different.
can't be a weirdo. Okay. Your leader can't be a weirdo.
He's not. He's
I'm
gonna
just
get
telling
in
you, man.
playoffs.
It's,
I agree with
eventually it fizzles out. You can't be a weirdo.
Look at both of our political parties, Tom.
I agree with that.
I mean, well, that's what's wrong with them, Chip.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what's wrong with our political parties. You can't be a
All right,
weirdo.
so when we come back,
I
we're going
picked
to
the
finish up the
Dolphins.
show. We'll be right back. KDCBroadcasting.com.
I'm Calvin Hastings, and I would invite you to join myself along with Pat Rooney and Jeffrey the Pie Owens for 2 big days of our radio remote broadcast during the grand opening of Home Outlet Kitchens, Baths, Floors, and More in Gastonia. It'll be Friday, September 13th from 1 to 4 p.m., and then we'll be back Saturday, September 14th from 10 till 3. We'll have free hot dogs, chips, and soft drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes, too, including tickets to the Renaissance Festival, the Southern Christmas Show, and the Cleveland County Fair. Plus, Large Marge, a pink Cadillac, will be there, along with a Floppy Man. And during this special event, save 20% on your fall projects. Store-wide savings on quality kitchens, baths, floors, and more. For more information, go to homeoutlet.com. Don't miss it. The grand opening September 12th through the 14th, and our radio remote broadcast Friday and Saturday, September 13th and 14th. At Home Outlet Kitchen, Baths, Floors, and More. Located at 1495 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Hey, y'all come. It'll be fun.
The Quaker State 400 is underway from the outside. Joey Logano pushing hard.
Harrison Burton is spinning down the back straightaway. Everybody going to the top side. Here comes Kyle Larson. Larson dives to the bottom of the racetrack. He wants to lead all 4.
A drag race back to the start-finish line. It looks like Blaney will get it by about 3 feet.
3 wide into 3.
The Quaker State 400 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Sunday, September 8th at 2 p.m.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at KDCBroadcasting.com.
The Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
That's the sound of a day starting out right, and I hear it every time my new Toro Z-Master 4000 Zero Turn starts up. With big-time horsepower, giant Voodoo track tires, Turbo Force deck, and comforts like MyRide and USB ports, it's fully loaded to mow all day long while delivering that signature Toro cut. From start to finish, the beast means business. Get your Z-Master 4000 today. Toro, Count on it. Your local Toro Z-Master 4000 dealer is Power Max Sports, 3636 East Highway 27 in Iron Station.
Grizzly the Greeter says, come on into Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville now and get $500 off any add-on item when you order your new custom-built building. Now, that's a big savings, but that's not all. Take 50% off your upcharge for build-on sites. And you know Christmas is only a few months away. Now's the time to get your place set for Christmas. Order now before it's too late. See Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, 2268 Lincoln and Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware.
Be ready for leaf season with a new blower or mulching mower from Boyd Tire and Appliance in Clover. Check out the line of steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, backpack blowers too, and see their selection of John Deere, Gravely, and Aaron's mowers. And right now get 0% financing for up to 36 months on Gravely mowers. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com and see their page at WhatsUpShopper.com.
Carolina Country, WCSL, 92.9 FM, W225DL, 1590 AM, Cherryville, Gastonia, Kings Mountain. Online at www.ktcbroadcasting.com.
There might be a stray shower on this Saturday morning. Aside from that, most of the rain is off toward the east. We'll see a partly sunny sky this afternoon and highs 80 to 82 degrees. Lower humidity with a front.
And we are back now. Oh, sorry. Thanks.
Well, I thought, doesn't he get mad at us when we say we're done with college football? If we go back to college football, he gets all pissed off. But he's allowed.
You just got muted. Tom just got drunk. Tom just got drunk. Kevin twerking like his buddy in the NASCAR race.
Like Mr. Chippendale had he had
Am I still muted?
No, you're good now.
I still want an explanation.
Hey, you asked for it.
Terry, you enjoy the music.
I like
music. Terry's enjoying the music.
That's right.
Who don't like good band music? Like, who don't like good band music? I don't get it.
I'm not coming in here for muted mic.
You boys are something else.
If it's good enough for the president and the vice president, Tom, it's good enough for you.
It's kind of funny how all of a sudden one didn't want the muted mics. It's like, dude, what I say is put them in a glass booth. Put them in a glass booth. Oh. I was trying to watch a political show as a liberal and conservative, and they can't even have a conversation.
It's childish, man.
It's childish.
It's awful.
Kick ass. We're going to Clemson to kick some. We're going to do it too.
They're 17-point underdog.
What's that got anything to do with it?
They're 17.
I remember when they went to Michigan and it was more than 17.
Kevin just knows Shannon's listening right now.
How nervous, Terry? For real?
I'm gonna tell you,
Are
Clemson's
Clemson
scared.
fans not nervous?
Yeah,
right
Clemson
now?
is scared.
They're sitting there. This better not happen to us.
And they're going
This
to be in
better not
that
happen to us.
stand, and when halftime comes, and they're going to lose.
I'll say
no.
this.
They said this could happen.
If Dabo loses this game at home, it's a pink slip for him. I'm telling you, man. He better not lose this game.
The conversations in the back rooms will be starting.
But remember when Dabo was going to go to Alabama?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
He's going to. We're finding out a little bit about Dabo.
Yeah.
Big college football day. Appalachian and Clemson, NC State, Tennessee, and UNC Charlotte at North
Go
Carolina.
Norm.
At North
Norm's
Carolina.
coming for
Tom.
you, Chapel Hill.
Tom.
Norm's coming for you, Chapel Hill.
Norm the
Here
Niner.
he comes, boy.
Norm the Niner will be on KTC Broadcasting tonight. Tar Heel Network, Tom, so you can listen to your Charlotte 49ers.
I will be listening
during the game.
You take those three games right there, and they would say who has the better chance of upsetting the other
JP,
ones.
answer that phone.
And 99.5% of the people are going to tell you Appalachian might beat Clemson.
Yes.
That anemic Carolina offense, Terry. Anemic. Here comes Norm.
We're talking Charlotte.
Here comes Norm, baby. Norm's going to
See, this
shock
don't
the
even
world.
sound funny when Tom's saying it.
No.
When you say
I'm not trying to be funny.
When you say
who's
app,
trying to be funny?
When you say
who's
app,
trying to be funny?
Tom, again, listen to me. When you say app, they know this might happen. When you say Charlotte, they go, is Cedric Maxwell playing?
Hey, Duke found out a few years back.
Oh, wow.
When Carolina's going to find out today.
Oh, Lordy. That's not even funny.
But what are we talking about? Y'all talking like Carolina's a powerhouse. They don't even know who's quarterback. They don't even know who the quarterback is.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, yeah. So you said, wait a minute. So you said 3 games? You had
3 games. You had Charlotte, Carolina.
Yeah.
You got App and Clemson and State and Tennessee. If you had to pick out of them 3,
you going okay? Yeah, probably App.
Yeah,
App's gonna be the most popular pick for the upset.
But I'd say there's a lot of delusional State fans
because
who think
a lot of
they're
people
beat
think
Tennessee
that.
tonight.
Well, I mean, Tom, just on account of you had a catty-walk in game 1 and we beat Western by 17.
Catty-walk.
Yeah. So
cakewalk, Terry.
Catty-walk.
It's called
but anyway,
a cakewalk.
Tonight is when the real North
Cakewalk.
Carolina State team will show up, and we'll show you why we are in the top 25.
Can we start a book of Terryisms? His own language. Terry's expressions.
All right.
We need to start that.
So I got one video to show you guys. I think I've shown it to you in the past. Now, I was in the video production class up at App, and this was, back in the day this was before digital. So basically each group, you got to make some type of promotional video for the school or something. Anyway, the most famous one, this one has 2 million views, and you're going to see why. And it's pretty cheesy, and this is what they show it to every class that you go into when you in the TV production class. They're like, this is funny and this is good, but please don't do this. But this is a good one. So this is basically, again, this is before I got there. There's other people, but this is basically the class I was in, and you'd make videos and learn how to do your cutting video and all that other stuff. So that's the premise of this video. But did you do this video? I did not do this. I'm telling you, just wait. I know Terry's seen it, and I think Tom might have.
I think this is the first for me.
But I'm pretty sure you haven't, Chip. But this is an Appalachian State promotional video trying to get you to come to the school. Okay, Chip, let's see what you think. You ready? Admissions wanted a recruiting video for students, and this is what they come up with. Terry. Do you now know why they showed that to us and tell us not to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's cold in Boone.
Right. It's cold. But no.
Yeah, that's the worst part of that.
It is hot.
I feel like I just watched the intro to a 80s sitcom.
So they told me they got the...
Look at the guy with the saxophone.
That's like one of the teachers, and they recorded that, and oh gosh, they sent it off to like a marketing team. Oh, it was just a total disaster.
You needed a marketing team to analyze that video?
No, they sent it for the jingles.
Yeah.
You heard the jingle part? They sent that to a jingle writing,
and
they sent that back. Yeah.
They paid for that.
Yeah.
No.
That's what they rip these students apart.
That reminds me of one of Calvin's ads. I don't have to pay for that.
Those kids did that. So yeah. So leaving that one for you. I knew
you don't want to mucking around.
I knew Tom would like that one. But tonight, Appalachian State in Clemson again.
Norm's coming for you, Chapel Hill.
Listen to Tar Heels tonight. Race tomorrow and Carolina Panthers tomorrow here at KBCBroadcasting.com.